Good afternoon. This is over and over and over again. My name is Richard. Welcome to Matchday Live, the big one, FA Cup for the women. It is the fifth round, Chelsea versus Arsenal. What a big game this is going to be. It's all coming up the other side of this. To Arsenal now, Frida Marnham again inside there looking for a second goal. Oh, she's got a second goal. That seals it. Frida Marnham again. So it is, I say, the FA Cup fifth round, Chelsea against Arsenal from Kingsmeadow. This is going to be an epic game. It always is, isn't it? When Arsenal and Chelsea meet each other, we know it's going to be a big game. It's going to be a great game of football. It always is when these two teams come head to head, and we're not expecting anything different today. We've got Mike in the chat this afternoon. Rich, come on United today. Well, one United's going to win the Carabao Cup later, isn't it? We're hoping it might be Newcastle, but anyway, I know you're not. We've got Bongo Goody in the chat as well. Says, "Come on, you Gunners!" Indeed, these are the games that we look forward to, aren't they? It's a little bit early in the competition. You know, we'd rather be playing Chelsea maybe in the final or, as last year, the semi-final. But we owe them one, don't we? In the FA Cup, we have struggled against them in this competition, haven't we? In recent years, they knocked us out last year, semi-final, of course, at Meadow Park. They beat us in the final the season before. They beat us in the final in 2018 as well. So we owe them one, don't we, in the FA Cup? Let's hope today is the day that we gain revenge. Now, we've got the team news in for you. Interesting indeed. So this is our Arsenal lineup then. It's Manu Zinsberger in goal. The back four, Laura Wainwright, Leah Williamson, Rafaela Souza and Steph Catley. Three in midfield, Leah Walters is back in the starting lineup, Kim Little and Frida Marnham. And then in the front three, it is Katie McCabe and Caitlin Ford, either side of Stina Black-Stenius. So for Chelsea, it's Berger in goal. It looks like a back four for them. It looks like Perisset, Bright, Eriksson and Charles. Their three in midfield will be Ingle, Wrighton and Cuthbert. And then in the front three, Kankovic, Kerr and who else have we got? Oh, of course, Lauren James, of course. Fantastic England performances from her. On the bench then for Arsenal, it's goalkeeper Kayla Marquise, Jem Beattie, Lotta Wubben-Moy, Noel Moritz, Victoria Palova, Katerina Call, Gio and Michelle Abimang. And on the bench for Chelsea, it's a goalkeeper Misovic, it's Carter, Leopolds, Fleming, Melja, Kennard and Buchanan. So they are your team lineups then for this game. What do you make of that Arsenal team? I suppose you could say it's pretty much the strongest 11 that we've got available, isn't it? Let's be honest, in terms of, you know, the players that are out with injuries, as we know, the two big players, all that sort of stuff. So it is pretty much the strongest team that we've got available. It's a good team. I'm sure it's going to be a good performance from Arsenal. And, you know, with the WSL title now looking a little bit less likely following that defeat against Man City, we can throw all our efforts into the cups, can't we? Of course, this game today. And then next Sunday, it is the final of the Continental Cup, isn't it? Again, we're playing Chelsea. So it's the first of two big games against this opposition coming up in the next couple of weeks. And, you know, maybe the result of this game may have an impact, mightn't it, on the game next week, psychologically, mentally, all that kind of stuff. And I know we said it before, Andreas has said it before, hasn't he, that, you know, when you play a team twice in a row, very rarely does the same team win both games. And that is true. Statistically, that's absolutely correct. But when they're both cup games, I think it makes a massive difference. And hopefully we can win both of them. And that would keep our season really alive. It'll give us a first bit of silverware, obviously, next week. And it'll keep the FA Cup run. And you have to say, if we can get past Chelsea, today, it's only really Manchester United and Manchester City left in the draw that potentially could beat us, I think. So it really opens it up, doesn't it? Mike says there, we're going to win the Premier League and the WSL. Well, we might as well. So let's see what happens. There's an opportunity for both of us to do both of those two things. But let's see what. Oh, I mean, you may win the Carabao Cup as well this afternoon we are going to see. Terry's in the chat as always. How you doing, my friend? He says, "Good afternoon, Richard. Looking forward to this one." Yeah, as we all are. Let's hope the Gooner girls are right up for this. Yeah, no, I'm sure they will be after what happened last week. I think it's vital that, not last week, sorry, the week before our last game. Terry says, "Afternoon, all in the chat indeed." Steve, Steve, you got up for the game. Well done, mate. Good to see you. Absolute legend. He says, "Hello, all. Go Gunners." Indeed, yeah, good to see you up and about. I know it's early in the morning where you are in Australia, so nice of you to join us. And let's hope that the girls put in a really good performance as well today. I'm sure they know that you've got up early to watch them, and that's going to make a difference on how well they play today. And I'm sure they'll put in a great performance for all of us and get through. We're going to have to play well. Chelsea don't often lose today here at Kings Meadow. That's a fact. So we are going to have to be at our best, aren't we, if we're going to get the result. Don't forget, of course, there is extra time, penalties, all that kind of carry on if necessary. So, we know what could be coming later on this afternoon. But let's hope that we can win in 90 minutes. That would be great, particularly as well as, the Carabao Cup final starts at 4:30, doesn't it? So we don't really want extra time. We want to win in 90 minutes, get through, happy days. But we know how tough it's going to be because we know what a good side Chelsea are. And it's a strong Chelsea team, isn't it, as you would expect. It's Sam Kerr's 100th game for the club as well. I'm sure somebody knows exactly how many goals she's got in those 100 games, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's not far off 100. But anyway, Terry says, hats off to you, Steve. You must be cream crackered, mate. Well, I mean, he slept all day, so he's fine. He'll be ready for this game, I'm sure. Anyway, the teams are in the tunnel, just about to come out here at Kings Meadow for this really, really important and big FA Cup game. Chelsea women against Arsenal women. It's always a big occasion. It's always a great game of football. And this is what we're hoping to see today. Obviously, Captain Kim Little is leading the Arsenal team out, wearing our home kit of red shirts, white sleeves and white shorts today. And Chelsea being led out by their captain, of course, Magdalena Eriksson, back in the side again. She's been out with a few injuries. Katrine Amberger's in goal as well. She's been in and out of the team this season, hasn't she? But when it's the big games, I think Emma knows. There's a lot of Arsenal fans in the stadium behind the goal. Good to see. Great support from Arsenal, as you would expect for this big game. And we need a response, don't we, from that Manchester City game, because that was really, really poor, wasn't it? And we need to bounce back from that in a lot better performance today. Very similar team, but we have got, of course, Laura Wainwright in, Leah Walty in, really important players. They are coming into the team. And Leah Williamson's playing back in her normal position. I say normal position. She played in midfield for England the other night, scored 2 goals. So, but anyway, so the Chelsea team then, Berger in goal. They're back for Charles Bright, Ingle Eriksson in midfield, Perisek Cuthbert just behind James Kankovic and Wrighton with Sam Kerr up front. I mean, it's probably going to be more of a 3-4-3-3, isn't it? I think James and Wrighton will push up alongside Kerr, with Kankovic maybe just in that sort of number 10 position. She had a good impact from the bench at the Emirates, didn't she? For Arsenal, then Zinsberger in goal, the back four, Wainwright to Williamson, Rafaela and Steph Catley in midfield, Kim Little, Leah Walty, Frida Marnham, and then the 3 up front, Caitlin Ford, Stina Blackstenius and Katie McCabe. So there you go. That is the team lineups today. It's a strong team for both teams, isn't it? You know, you could almost say it's full strength. So both teams are taking this game really, really seriously. We need to be up for this. We owe Chelsea 1 or 2 FA Cup defeats, don't we? So we have to beat them today. Steve says Chelsea girls have wood over Arsenal. We got to win. Yeah, exactly. We need to beat them. And Steve says just woke up. It's 12:56 a.m. Wow. Great stuff there from Steve. JB says, will you stream the game? I mean, I would love to be able to stream the game, but if I did, the channel would get shut down. I did it once before and we were shut down for about a month. So it's unfortunately copyright issues, blah, blah, blah. But don't worry, if you can't watch it, stay with us. I'll keep you updated with everything. You'll get full commentary on the game. You won't miss anything. So let's hope that it's a good game. Steve says, no excuse, but every time we play them, we can't get our best team on the park. No, and we haven't got our best team on the park today because we've got Beth and Viv injured, but it's the best team we've got available. So I think that we've all got to be happy with that. Chelsea have got 1 or 2 injuries. It's a strong Chelsea team, but we know every team Chelsea put together is a strong team, isn't it? It's about how we play today, isn't it? We know how good Chelsea are. We played well against them at the Emirates. With better finishing, we would have won that game probably 2 or 3-0. So we need to make sure that we produce a performance like that today. And if we do, then we'll have a great chance of winning, won't we? And going through to the next round. But it won't be easy because Chelsea are a very good team. We know that. Anyway, the teams are just doing a little huddle now. Caitlin Ford's got a left thigh strapped quite heavily, actually. So I don't know if she's carrying an injury from obviously playing for Australia in the international break. A lot of players have done a lot of travelling, haven't they, in the last few weeks? Abigail Byrne is the referee for this big game today. We are just about to kick off here at Kings Meadow, where Chelsea haven't lost this season. They don't lose here very often, do they? And they haven't lost yet this season here. They haven't lost, in fact, since the opening weekend of the WSL season when they lost to Liverpool. It's going to be Arsenal to kick off in the red shirts, white sleeves, white shorts, red socks, attacking the goal to our right in this first half. It's going to be Stina Blackstenius to get this game up and underway very, very shortly here. Big game in the FA Cup, a big crowd in as well, as you would expect. And we are looking forward to this big, big game today in the Women's FA Cup. Arsenal, of course, record number of wins in this competition. Can we add 15 to the total today? Our 15th one this year, sorry. But to do that, we'll have to get through Chelsea. Now, we are off and underway. Arsenal in possession straight away. The ball's gone back to Rafaela Souza. She plays it square to Leah Williams and gets it back again. Good to see those two back in the back four, them two centre-back partnerships. It's our best centre-back partnership that we've got, isn't it? Laura Wainwright is making good ground. Steph Catley is making good ground up over on that far side. Finds her compatriot Caitlin Ford battling away hard for the ball there, but Chelsea come away with it there with but Arsenal picked up the ball again, actually. Sorry, it's now back with Leah Williamson. Terry says there, come on, you Gooner girls, let's do this. Indeed, yeah, come on, let's do this. Let's win this game. Arsenal started pretty lively, actually. Steph Catley again over on that far side. That's a good ball through. Over on the far side, Frida Marnham inside the penalty. Puts a shot in. Oh, good save from Berger. First effort on goal from Arsenal inside the first minute. It was Frida Marnham. Steph Catley over on that far side, Arsenal's left. Played a great run in behind there from Frida Marnham. A lovely ball. She let it run across her body inside the penalty. It took a touch. That was going in. Good save that was from Berger. It's a corner to Arsenal inside at the first minute. That's a brilliant piece of play there. Frida Marnham almost with the opening goal. Terry says, oh, good save. It was a very good save indeed from Berger. The corner comes in to the far post. A volley back into the walls, a 6-yard box, cleared away by Eriksson. Arsenal started this game really, really strongly. Katie McCabe there getting stuck in there, as you'd expect, winning the ball. Leah Williamson still far forward from that corner. The ball's fallen to Caitlin Ford over on that far side. Plays the ball back to Kim Little. This is a great start from Arsenal. Can we take advantage and get a lead, get the goal and move ourselves in front in this game? Played up this near side. Laura Wainwright's first involvement finds Frida Marnham her chance just a moment ago. Really good save, a good effort that was. What a great start that would have been for Arsenal if we could have got the goal there just inside the first minute. We are coming forward again now, Laura Wainwright, but that ball's just run out of play. It's going to be a throw to Chelsea. She was under pressure there from Erin Cuthbert. But what a great start that was from Arsenal. A really good move down that far side, Arsenal's left. Ball played in to Frida Marnham. She lovely let the ball run across her body so she could get the shot away. It was going in the top corner, but a decent save from Anna-Kathrin Berger just tipped it over the bar. Chelsea now are looking to come forward for the first time in midfield. That's good play, actually, from Lauren James. Plays the ball out to the far side. Lauren James again. She's going to be a danger, isn't she, Lauren James? She's in great form for Chelsea. Had a great tournament at the Arnold Clark Cup for England as well, didn't she? Neve Charles now on the near side, plays the ball forward, looking for Sam Kerr. Under pressure from Leah Williamson. It goes out for a throw to Arsenal. Of course, Leah Williamson, it was her mistake, wasn't it, to allow Sam Kerr to get the late equaliser at the Emirates in the league game back in January. She's going to be determined not to allow the Australian to get any opportunities today. Anyway, Laura Wainwright is going to take this throw for Arsenal on the near side. Arsenal's right, looking for some movement ahead of her. Throws it up the line. Wasn't a great throw, and Chelsea picks up possession. Sam Kerr switches the play to Lauren James again. Holds the ball up well, lays it off here to Neve Charles on this near side. Finds, she was fouled actually there by Katie McCabe. There's a surprise. Katie McCabe committing a foul. We've played 3.5 minutes at Meadow Park. Still Chelsea nil, Arsenal nil, but a good start from Arsenal. We've had the only chance of the game. Good effort from Frida Marnham, produced a good save from Anna-Kathrin Berger. Anyway, it's a free kick there to Chelsea on this near side, midway inside the Arsenal half, about 10 yards in from this near touchline. It's going to be Cuthbert with it. She plays it square. This is a ball played into the box. Header comes in from Magdalena Eriksson, but it's gone harmlessly wide of the post. And that's Chelsea's first chance at goal at this game. It was a strange free kick, actually. It was just played square by Cuthbert to Perisset. She just lofted the ball into the box. The header came in from Eriksson, but it was always going wide. She couldn't direct it back on target. Sam Kerr was just behind her, would have been offside. And Eriksson's headed that wide. It hit the photographer sitting behind the goal. That's how far away from the goal it was. Rafaela Souza plays a good ball up that far side, looking for Frida Marnham. Looked like she was fouled, but the ball's gone out for a goal kick. In fact, it's a corner. It's been given as a corner to Chelsea. It looked like it may well have been a foul, actually. Anyway, it's been given as a corner to Chelsea, the first corner of the game for Chelsea. We've played 4.5 minutes. Out of nothing really there. Millie Bright's coming up for this. We know how dangerous she can be from set pieces. We've conceded 1 or 2 goals, haven't we, from balls into the box, crosses and set pieces this season. We need to be much more solid and strong in this particular situation. It's going to be Guru Wrighton with this corner from that far side, swings in towards the near post. It wasn't a good corner. Frida Marnham scoops it out, goes back to Wrighton over on that far side. Chelsea looking to try to get a grip in this game. It's been a good start from Arsenal, but Chelsea are coming forward again now. Ball played into the box. There wasn't a good ball from Eve Perez. It wasn't a good clearance, actually. Erin Cuthbert dinks it into the box, but there's no Chelsea player there. And Manu Zinsberger will just pick that ball up. All in yellow today again. The Arsenal goalkeeper, Zinsberger. We certainly started this game far, far better than we did at Manchester City in our last game. We were really poor, wasn't we, for the first, well, the whole of the first half, really. Today we've started this game much more strong. And let's hope that's a sign of things to come. Leah Walty there just lays that ball off to Steph Catley over on that far side. Her ball up the line is cut out by Perisset, the French defender, Eve Perisset, and Arsenal have a throw over on the far side of Arsenal's left. Steph Catley's going to take this throw, throws it up the line looking for Caitlin Ford. Another throw to Arsenal over. We've probably gained about 10 yards, still in our own half. Caitlin Ford had a good spell, didn't she? A good game, didn't she, for Australia? Scored 4 goals, didn't she, during the week? So she'll be full of confidence today if she gets an opportunity at goal. I won't be surprised to see her pop one in. Anyway, Chelsea have won that ball back now. Lauren James plays it forward to Sam Kerr inside the penalty area. Leah Williamson does well. Arsenal scrambling to get it away, but we do manage to finally over on that far side, and it has gone out now for a goal kick to Arsenal. Sam Kerr's first opportunity there. She got inside the box. It was a good ball, actually, from Lauren James. Put her through. Leah Williamson was very deep, playing her onside. She did manage to block the cross, and then Laura Wainwright came across to clear it away. But Leah Williamson, you can see she's concerned about Sam Kerr. She dropped off there, actually, maybe more than she needed to. But it was good defending, actually, from Laura Wainwright in the end. It got that clear. But it is a throw to Chelsea now on this near side, which Niamh Charles is going to take on Chelsea's left. Nearly 7 minutes played here at Kings Meadow. It is still Chelsea 0, Arsenal 0. Chelsea now starting to settle down after that bright start from Arsenal, where Frida Marnham almost scored inside the first minute. Eve Perisset now over on that far side. Plays the ball into Lauren James, gets it back. Perisset back with James again. This is good from Chelsea. That's a nice ball through into the box for Erin Cuthbert. Kim Little's there with a tackle, but it comes back out again to Perisset's cross to the far post. Headed back down towards Erin Cuthbert. It's found Sophie Ingle. Arsenal can't get this ball away. Charles now plays it to right, and again, crossing to the near post. Leah Williamson clears it away, and now Frida Marnham can bring the ball clear for Arsenal. Good play from Frida Marnham. Crowded out a little bit, though, and Chelsea have won the ball back with Sophie Ingle. She was a little bit isolated there, Frida Marnham, and Chelsea now, they're really putting the pressure on. Niamh Charles tries to get past Laura Wainwright, who does well. Laura manages to stop the cross. The ball comes back, though, to Cuthbert. Now it's all the way back to Magdalena Eriksson, the Chelsea captain. Plays the ball up this near side. Chelsea looking good at the moment. Nice pass in here. Cross comes in from Jankovic, headed clear by Rafaela Souza, but actually there's an offside flag up anyway against Sam Kerr, I think it was, at the far post. Steve says there, rough Kerr up, let her know we mean business. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we can't give her any time and space. I just feel as though Leah Williams is just sitting off her slightly, actually, at this moment in time, not wanting to let her have a run at her, really, which is a little bit of a worry, but I'm sure Leah knows what she's doing. We trust her. But it was good pressure there from Chelsea, but decent defending that was from Arsenal. When you think of what a disaster we made of defending against Man City in our last game, good to see us looking a lot more solid at the back there. And it was good play from Chelsea, but really, really good defending. But Chelsea now have got a throw again on this near side. Niamh Charles throws it into the centre to Erin Cuthbert. Switches the play to Millie Bright inside at the Chelsea half. After that bright start, Arsenal have been penned back a little bit, actually. Now it's 9 minutes played. Chelsea really started to settle. Ball now played to this near side again. Neve Charles had a lot of the ball so far. Guru right and gives it back to Charles again. Katie McKay puts her under a little bit of pressure. That ball forward was cut out by Leah Williamson, but Chelsea again have found a little bit of space. Guru right and on this near side. Guru right has crossed towards the edge of the penalty area. Chelsea player slips over. I think it was Lauren James. And Caitlin Ford's done well over on that far side. And Arsenal now in possession. Plays the ball into midfield to Leah Volti, back in the starting lineup. Following a little injury problem that she had, but she's back in the team now. And she's going to certainly shore up that midfield. There's no doubt about that. She made a big difference when she came on at half-time against Manchester City. Kim Little now. You know, we've had a lot of injuries this season, haven't we? Kim Little's been out. Leah Williamson's been out. Rafaela Souza's been out. They're all back now. Leah Walty's been out, as we said. You know, we have got... This is the strongest Arsenal team that we've got available. Of course, missing still Beth and Viv, as we're going to be for the rest of the season, aren't we, more than likely? But we played 10 minutes. Arsenal just looking to keep a little bit of possession now, just take the sting out of the Chelsea play. They've been the dominant team since that very first few moments. But Arsenal now in possession again. That's a good ball from Katie McCabe out to that far side, Steph Catley. She's having a good start to this game, Steph, actually. Plays the ball forward. Nice 1-2 with Caitlin Ford. Was she fouled there? The referee says yes. It was a sliding challenge there from Lauren James. And the referee has given Arsenal a free kick. And she's just having a word there with Lauren James. Terry says, yeah, well played, Katie. Yeah, it was a good play from Katie. Nice little 1-2 there with Steph and Frida Marnham. And then it was a foul from Lauren James. You can't go tackling inside like that. She didn't even get the ball anyway. So it definitely was a free kick to Arsenal. We've got an opportunity now to put this Chelsea defence under a bit more pressure. We did it well in the very early stages of this game. We need to do it again now. It's what, midway inside at the Chelsea half, just over that far side, Arsenal's left. Frida Marnham and Steph Catley are both over this set piece. It looks like it is going to be Steph Catley. Frida now moves away. Steph Catley drills the ball in towards the edge of the penalty. It's headed on by Leah Williamson, but Chelsea managed to scramble it clear, not very far. It comes to Katie McCabe on this near side. Katie McCabe playing on the right. Plays the ball to the edge of the penalty area. Cross comes in from Leah Walter. It's headed away by Millie Bright. Not very far though. Frida Marnham is going to pick this up. This is better from Arsenal now. It's with Laura Wainwright who plays it to Kim Little now over on this near side. The Arsenal captain gives it back to Laura, and now she finds Leah Williamson inside the centre circle. Leah Williamson plays it out to that far side. Steph Catley again can have a run at that Chelsea defence. Puts a good cross into the box, looking for Frida Marnham. It's come all the way to Katie McCabe. Oh, she needed to shoot with her right foot. She wanted to get it onto her left. Chelsea closed her down, but that was great play again from Arsenal. In fact, it was Sam Kerr defending there. Well, now Katie McCabe's got another opportunity on this near side. Puts the ball in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Eriksson heads it up and away. Sophie Ingle completes the clearance. But this is better from Arsenal. Leah Walty plays it back in again. Oh, big chance there for Katie McCabe. She just needed to hit that first time with her right foot. She didn't want to. She didn't trust her right foot enough, did she? She wanted to get it onto her left. And then it was Sam Kerr actually closed her down. Big chance that though for Katie, but she needed to hit it first time. Anyway, Rafaela Souza now in possession for Arsenal. This has been good. It's been the game so far has gone from sort of one spell of pressure from one team to the other, and this is now Arsenal's turn. Steph Catley now over on that far side, coming forward for Arsenal. That's a good ball to Caitlin Ford. Can she keep it in? She can play it in towards the near post. Oh, it beats the keeper there. Cleared off the line. Almost the first goal for Arsenal. It was Neve Charles there behind the goalkeeper. I don't know whether Stina Blackstenius has got a touch on that at the near post. Good play again from Steph Catley. She found Caitlin Ford, whipped across that near post. Stina did just get a touch, beat the keeper, but Neve Charles was there to clear it away. I'm not sure if it quite had the legs to go over the line anyway. Again, good play from Arsenal. In fact, it may well have been an own goal. It may well have been the Chelsea defender. Was it Erin Cuthbert there? Just got in front of Stina. In fact, it was. And Neve Charles was able to hook the ball away. It's a throw to Arsenal over on that far side. This is good pressure from Arsenal. Really good play. 13 minutes played. We've had some chances already, haven't we? We've had 2 big chances in this game, but it is still 0-0. But good play from Arsenal. Terry says unlucky Stina. I don't think Stina touched that actually. I think it's a corner to Arsenal actually over on that far side, not a throw. It's going to be Steph Catley with it. Great ball just from her a moment ago. Helps open up that Chelsea defence. Now we've got an opportunity here from this set piece from Steph Catley. It's played out towards the far post. Caitlin Ford's there, but it's headed up rather than out. It's going to be another corner to Arsenal, this time on the near side. Sam Kerr again doing some good defensive work, actually. You don't often associate her with that side of her game, do you? But she's done 2 or 3 good defensive moves already, actually, so far. We've played 14 minutes. It is a corner to Arsenal again. Over on this near side, it's going to be Katie McCabe with this corner. Again, Arsenal got bodies in it. In fact, it's not. It's going to be Frida Marnham taking this corner. So it's going to be an outswinger with her right foot. This could be an opportunity for Arsenal to get the early goal. Frida Marnham's corner. It's a decent corner. Comes to it's a volley from Caitlin Ford. It's headed on by Leah Walty. Chelsea struggling to get it away, but they do manage to now. Didn't quite fall for Arsenal. Lauren James is chasing this ball with Laura Wainwrighter, but Laura's there. Good strength and pace from Laura there to clear that ball away under pressure from Lauren James. And Chelsea managed to survive those couple of corners from Arsenal. Some good pressure, really good play actually from Arsenal again. Looking dangerous every time we come forward. It was Stina got the touch there. It was. She just managed to get there ahead of the defender. Just got the touch there, Stina. I'm not quite sure it would have gone over the line. But it was really, really good play from Arsenal again. Both teams looking pretty dangerous when they come forward, but not surprising, is it, with the attacking talent on display. Caitlin Ford then plays that ball to Steph Catley. Didn't have quite enough legs on that pass there, looking for Stina, and it is Erin Cuthbert snapping away in midfield as she does. Manages to win that ball back for Chelsea. Millie Bright now, a little bit of time midway inside at the Chelsea half, plays it up this near side for Magdalena Eriksson. Finds Neve Charles under pressure from Laura Wainwrighter, but manages to get the ball back to captain Magdalena Eriksson. Terry says they're well covered by Laura Wainwrighter. It was, yeah, good play from her. Put LW in, it's a bit difficult. There's a lot of LWs in the team, but that was Laura Wainwrighter on that occasion. But now there's a bit of space up this near side from Guru Wright, and in behind Laura actually this time. Getting to the byline, Guru Wright puts a cross in all the way. It comes across to Lauren James inside the penalty area, tries a shot, it's deflected, and it's deflected wide. Too much space there for Guru Wright, and we can't allow her to have that much space because she's going to be dangerous. Laura was far too high up the pitch there. The ball over the top there into that space behind. Guru Wright and did well, got to the byline. Was a decent cross actually. Lauren James was there inside the penalty area, took a touch. The ball wouldn't quite fall for her, and in the end the shot was deflected of Steph Catley. It was a dangerous moment, though, that was there for Chelsea. Lauren James inside the penalty area, but it was good defending in the end from Arsenal. Steph Catley it was with the block. But it is a corner to Chelsea on the near side. It's gone very deep towards the far post. Headed back in by Sophie Ingle. Cleared away, though, by Katie McCabe. And Eve Perisset, though, picks up the ball there. Kankovic picks up the ball there over on that far side and plays the ball back safe to Perisset. She finds Millie Bright inside the centre circle. She pings the ball over to that far side. That's a good ball if Kankovic can keep it in, but she can't. It's going to be a goal kick to Arsenal. A little bit of danger there from Chelsea. Again, Arsenal defending pretty well, though. Just that one little moment there where Guru Wright got clear on that near side. Dangerous moment that could have been, but luckily good defending from Arsenal managed to save the situation, and we managed to get the ball clear. But you can see what's happening in this game. Every time either team comes forward, you sense there's going to be a goal, or there could be a goal. It's very, very nervy, but it's a very good game of football. Two very, very good sides going at each other, which is what you want to see, don't you? None of this cagey stuff, time wasting that you get in the Premier League. This is two teams that just want to go at each other and try to win the game. And it's great to see Leah Williamson now bringing it forward for Arsenal. That's a long ball over the top. It's a good ball, actually. It's flicked on. Stina's in behind. Stina's inside the penalty. A big chance. Oh, she's put it over the bar. Big chance for Stina. Great movement. A lovely flick on. I think it may have been Frida Marnham that flicked that ball on. It was Leah Williamson's ball forward. It was flicked on by Frida Marnham. Stina's done really well to get in behind Eriksson. Oh, big chance there. She needs to hit the target, Stina, there. Great run. Lovely flick on. Brilliant movement there from Stina, but she rushed the shot of her left foot. I mean, she had to rush it. She was under pressure from Eriksson, and it wasn't on her strongest side, to be fair. She's fired it over the bar. But that's the problem that we've had with Stina recently. She's working so hard, but she's just missing too many chances. Big chance again. Arsenal have had 3 big chances in this game in these opening 18 and a half minutes. Chelsea then put themselves under pressure. Arsenal picked the ball up again. Leah Walty plays it inside the penalty to Stina again. Oh, she just runs away from her there, and Chelsea managed to get it clear. She just needs to get her head up, her confidence up. Andreas is in the chat here, my friend. Hope you're well. Oh, Stina, yeah, she's done that too many times for me lately. It was good movement, good strength to get in behind, but she's got to get that shot on target. And I know it's on her weaker foot. and she was under pressure. But you've got to just have a little bit more composure there and just maybe go for a low roll shot into the corner rather than just trying to hit it as hard as you can. So one thing she has got to improve, Stina. She's a great player. She's got great movement, but she has to put these chances away. And unfortunately there, she wasn't able to, but it was a good move from Arsenal. That's a poor ball from Rafaela Souza. That ball played through towards Sam Kerr, overhit luckily, and Manu Zinsberg was able to pick it up. Leah Williamson now brings the ball out of defence for Arsenal, lays it off to Katie McCabe, but Chelsea have picked possession up again. But Arsenal working hard to try and close Chelsea down high up the pitch. This is good from Arsenal, but Chelsea in possession now. Terry, Steve, sorry, says there, all these chances we've got to score. Yeah, we've had 3 big chances already in this game. Yes, one was a good save from Berger early on, but we've missed the other 2, and we're not going to get lots and lots of chances against a team like this. We had Chelsea now on a counter-attack. Kankovic coming forward for Chelsea, plays the ball into Sam Kerr. But Rafaela Souza there was strong. But Lauren James over on that far side, just inside the penalty area. Plays the ball into Sophie Ingle with a shot. It's hit the post, it's in. And that's the difference right there between Arsenal and Chelsea. They've taken their chance. Lauren James, it was with the run towards the edge of the Arsenal penalty area. Ball came to Sophie Ingle and she fired a shot. It's gone in off the post, actually. It may well have, Zinsberger may well have got a touch to it, may well have got a hand to it. But Chelsea have scored. It is Sophie Ingle with the goal. And as Steve says, right, see, you're right, yeah, that's it. Chelsea have taken their chance there. It was a counter-attack, actually. It looked like Arsenal dealt with a danger at first, but Chelsea kept coming. It was Lauren James, a little bit too easy there. She ran towards the edge of the box. Sophie Ingle had far too much space, ran off the midfield. Zinsberger did get a fingertip to it. Couldn't quite get enough on it, though, and pushed it onto the inside of the post, and it's gone in. And Arsenal are behind. Not great defending. It was a good finish, but she had far too much space there. Katie McCabe's let her run off her, and she put it in the corner. Terry says there, terrible goal to give away. Yeah, it was. Oh, man, it almost saved it as well, you know. Andrea says, that's it. Well, it's not it yet. There's plenty of time. We only played 21 minutes, halfway through the first half. Chelsea don't often give away leads, do they? But you never know. We've played well so far. I think we've had a good start to this game. We've had the best chances. It's just Stina just missed that big opportunity and then straight away they score. And that is the difference sometimes. And that's a poor clearance actually by Eriksson. Katie McCabe finds Frida Minor. It was her early chance for Arsenal. Steph Catley puts a ball in. It's a poor cross this time. It's gone behind for a goal kick. Terry says, we're giving Chelsea too much room down both wings. Yeah, we seem to be. We're trying to compact the game, aren't we? Andrea says, Chelsea is so ruthless. Once they have a chance, they take it. Yeah, they do tend to. They are pretty ruthless, you have to say. We've got to. That's one thing that we've got to improve. I think we've matched them so far. But there you go. Steve says, so disappointed. Yeah, but there's still plenty of time left in this game. We've had chances, and that's the good thing. You know, we have created 3 really big chances in this game, and I think we're capable of creating more. We just need to put them in. We just need to take them chances. And now Sam Kerr on his near side, a little bit of space. Yeah, we are giving them a bit of space on the wings there, as Terry said, but we deal with this one okay. Now Kim Little can bring the ball away. We just need to keep our heads. Don't panic. There's still plenty of time in this game. We're playing well. We just need to compose ourselves again, see through the next 5 minutes or so, keep ourselves in the game, and I'm sure we will create more chances because we've created some good chances already. Leah Walty there is just clipped there by Kankovic. It's going to be a free kick to Arsenal. And we need to find a way back into this game. Leah Williamson tried to thread that ball through, but it was cut out by Erin Cuthbert. She plays it back again to Eriksson. We need to try and get Stina in behind again. And I'm sure next time she'll finish. But it is Chelsea 1, Arsenal 0. Really poor goal to concede, really, and at a poor time as well. Andreas says we have 3 big chances and waste them. Chelsea has 1 and scores. Yeah, they do. And yeah, you could say, you know, we've been a little bit unfortunate, but yeah, it was a poor goal to concede. We left Sophie Ingle with far too much space. It's not like she scores a lot of goals usually, Sophie Ingle. She's not one of their main goal-scoring threats, is she? But you can't allow a midfield player to run off you and run into the box like that unopposed. And she had the freedom to pick her spot. It was almost a good save from Zinsberg, you have to say. She did get a fingertip to it and pushed it onto the inside of the post. Couldn't quite get enough. Andrea says they're missing firepower in the attack, our main problem. Yeah, it is. We're missing goals, aren't we? And I suppose it's not surprising, is it, when you look at our two top scorers from last season, Beth Mead and Viviana Miedemeier, are both unfit to play, and they're going to miss the rest of the season. So, we've lost a lot of goals there, haven't we? 40-odd goals they scored between them last season, I think. So, yeah, and obviously when you count the assists as well, it's a lot more, isn't it? We've lost all them goals, and we haven't been able to replace them. We haven't bought the players to be able to replace them, and it's difficult to do, isn't it? And we've got to try and work with the players that we've got. And we do need to be more roof. Oh, that's a poor ball from Laura Wainwright. Has given it away. Sam Kerr on the edge of the box. Good defending from Rafaela Souza. Mistake there from Laura Wainwright, but Rafaela Souza was in there to cut that out there. Steve says, I can't remember when was the last time we beat him. The first game last season, we beat him 3-2 at the Emirates. Do you remember? Great game that was. That was the last time that we beat them. But it's been a long time. We've played them quite a few times since. Leah Williamson ran into a little bit of trouble there, but she's just managed to defend that well. Looking a little bit shaky, actually, Leah Williamson, so far in this game. Terry says, well cut out, Rafa. Yeah, it was a poor mistake from Laura. She's not made too many this season, Laura Wainwright, but she did there. Poor pass infield. Almost caused us some problems there, but we got away with it. Leah Williamson twice has given the ball away, trying to play that ball through the lines, and it's not quite working. Chelsea are cutting it out quite easily at the minute. It's a shame because we had a really good spell just before the goal, didn't we? We had a massive chance, and then we switch off for a second and Chelsea are in, and that's what you get when you play Chelsea. That's what happens. You've got to be switched on for the entire 90 minutes or they punish her. But I'm still confident we can get back into this game. It is only 1-0 and we have played well. The only issue is we haven't scored on this stadium for quite some time. Anyway, we're coming forward now. Katie McCabe, she doesn't give us the balance on the right hand side because she's so left footed. She's always cutting back in, and it's easier to read. I think we haven't got that variety on the right hand side that Beth brings us. But how can you replace Beth? You can't, can you? Steve says, yeah, 3-2 to goal with a few minutes to go. Well, yeah, Chelsea scored one a few minutes ago. We were 3-1 up, wasn't we? And then Chelsea got one back, and we were hanging on a bit at the end. That was Jonas's first game, of course. It was his first WSL game. We had played a few Champions League qualifiers just prior to that. But yeah, that's the last time we beat him. We haven't beat him at Kings Meadow since that 5-0 win. When was that? 2018, wasn't it? That 5-0 win, or 2018. So it's been a long time since. I don't think we've scored here since then either. So not much is in our favour at this moment in time. But there's plenty of time left in the game, and we are playing pretty well overall. So let's hope we can find a way back. If we can get the equaliser before half-time, then it'll be all to play for, won't it? Rafaela Souza now over on that far side for Arsenal, striding forward towards halfway, now into the Chelsea half, plays it out the line. Steph Catley tried to flick the ball on there, but Eve Perisset was across. But that quick throw over on that far side, it's with Caitlin Ford, and she's won another corner for Arsenal. Good play that again from Arsenal. It was Eve Perisset, it was, with the tackle there. Andrea says Chelsea is missing Penella Harder and Fran Kirby, but look at their squad depth. They still have Kerr Wright and James Fleming. Yeah, they do. And but are Penella Harder and Fran Kirby as important for Chelsea as Viv and Beth are for Arsenal? I don't think they are. So I think we've got the bigger loss, and I don't think Chelsea could cope if, say, Sam Kerr and Guru Wright were off. Anyway, we've got a corner over on that far side. Steph Catley's going to take this. It's towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Goalkeeper comes with a punch. Katie McCabe puts it back into the box. Oh, it's a miss kick from Sam Kerr. It's going to be another corner to Arsenal, surely, as the referee given. I think it is another corner to Arsenal. Sam Kerr's missed kick there inside her own box, and it's gone out for a corner to Arsenal. It was Berger there, came with a punch. Didn't really get much distance on it. And in the end, Sam Kerr's missed kick has gone behind. It's another corner to Arsenal. We've certainly had lots of corners and lots of pressure on that Chelsea goal. We certainly don't deserve to be losing this game, but we have got to be much more clinical. Anyway, it's another corner, this time on the near side. I think Frida Marnham's going to take this one. Or is it going to be Steph Catley again, maybe an in-swinger with her left foot? Quite possibly. Or is she going to play it short to Frida Marnham? Want to get it in the box, really. Chelsea looked a little bit shaky from these set pieces. And we know how strong Rafaela Souza is in the air. If we can get a good delivery in, The corner comes in towards the edge of 6-yard box. Again, a Chelsea head gets it clear. We're not attacking those balls enough, are we? And now it's back with Laura Wainwriter inside the centre circle. Finds Kim Little. Arsenal coming forward again. Kim Little's ball back into the box again. Leah Williams is still up. Leah Williams gets her head on it, but she can't direct it towards the goal. And it's a comfortable save for Anna Katrine Berger. But no, I mean, you're right, Andreas. Chelsea have got a very good squad. There's no doubt about that. I think we've got a good squad as well. But when you're missing 2 players of that quality, it's very, very difficult, especially with the goal scoring area of the pitch. You know, I think if Chelsea didn't have... if Chelsea had Sam Kerr out for the season, would they be in the position that they're in? I don't know. Maybe not. Have they got anyone to come in and score the goals that she does in the same way that Beth and Viv got the goals for us? I don't know. But anyway, we have to deal with it. It's what we've got. Niamh Charles now coming forward for Chelsea on this near side, plays the ball square in to midfield to Kankovic, who just plays it back to Magdalena Eriksson. Kankovic again in possession, plays it up this near side to Guru right, and that's a good ball. Niamh Charles got a little bit of space inside the air. It's a good cross towards the near post. Leah Williamson's head's there, manages to get it towards the edge of the penalty area, and good play from Caitlin Ford. Brilliant play from Caitlin Ford, brings the ball clear. She looks like she took that strapping off, actually. Stina Blackstenius now on that far side. Got Millie Bright running at. She's running at Millie Bright. Good play from Stina, holds the ball well, plays it back to Caitlin Ford again. And Caitlin Ford just plays it back. Arsenal keeping possession now. We're playing well. We are really playing well. We've got a comment there. Please, I need a link to watch it. Unfortunately, I can't send you a link to watch it because I don't have a link to watch it. And if I show you the game, I'll get shut down. I do apologise. But stay with us. You won't miss a kick here. Anyway, Steph Catley over on that far side for Arsenal. Can she get the cross in? Plays it square to Caitlin Ford. Oh, that's a poor ball actually looking for Kim Little. But Laura Wainwright is going to pick it up instead. Plays it back here to Leah Williamson. Leah Williamson knocks the ball up the line. It's a decent ball looking for Stina Blackstenius. Good defending though from Chelsea. It's going to be a throw to Arsenal over on that far side. Oh, that big chance from Stina just before Chelsea scored. Let's hope that doesn't come back to haunt us. Steve said, no, they would be good. And Viv and Beth, we're much more dangerous. But that's what the team... No, exactly, yeah. We can't do anything about the injuries we've got. We've got those injuries and hopefully that both of them will be back stronger than ever next season. But until then, we've got to get through with what we've got, and let's hope that it's good enough to win us a trophy at least. Would be good, wouldn't it? Anyway, we've got a throw now, just in line with the Chelsea penalty on this near side. Laura Wainwright is going to take this for Arsenal. We've played 31 and a half minutes here at Kings Meadow. Chelsea 1, Arsenal 0. Arsenal won another corner. We've had lots and lots of corners here. Surely we can make one of these count and get ourselves level. It is going to be Frida coming across to take this corner. Frida Marnham, probably our player of the season. You have to say she's been brilliant, hasn't she? She almost gave us the lead today in the very first minute of that shot that's tipped over the bar by Berger. Could have been a totally different story. Yeah, Frida's going to take this corner from this near side. Frida's corner to the edge of the 6-yard box. Header comes in. Oh, Chelsea do manage to scramble it clear again. Katie McCabe's going to get there, puts the ball back over her head, tries to recycle it in. Leah Williamson's battling away for the ball there. But Chelsea do manage to clear it away. Rafaela Souza's header forward finds Frida Marnham, but referee's given handball. She'd have her arm out as she tried to control it, but it just ran away from her. Steve says, how many minutes till half-time? We've played at 32 and a half minutes, so we're 13 minutes away from half-time. We've got plenty of time. There's plenty of time left in this game for us to get ourselves back level and hopefully go on and win the game. But it's going to take a big effort now, isn't it? Leah Williamson wins that header well, and Stina tries to play the ball up this near side. It wasn't a good ball, actually, and Chelsea can pick the ball up with Guru Wrighton. And the ball goes back to Magdalena Eriksson. Of course, these two teams, Arsenal and Chelsea, meet next Sunday. The final of the Continental Cup. Selhurst Park is the venue for that one. Another big game. The first trophy of the season is going to be decided. One of these two teams that will be celebrating next Sunday. Let's hope it's us. Let's hope it's us celebrating today. There's still time. You know, it's not been... The game hasn't quite gone to plan, but we've been playing well. So it's certainly not time to panic. Laura Wainwright with this throw on this near side for Arsenal. We've played 33 and a half minutes. Ball played forward, headed out there by a clash of heads there between Niamh Charles and Stina Blackstenius. Both players have just gone down following that there. I think Niamh Charles headed the back of Stina's head as they both went to challenge for that throw. Or in fact, she did. Yeah, she had this hit the side of her head. I think Stina's going to be okay. She's made of tough stuff, isn't she, Stina? And Neve Charles has gone down as well. I think both players are going to be okay. So we've got a little break in play at the moment. Terry says there, another corner, we need to start attacking the crosses. No, we do, yeah. Chelsea have managed to, they've won the first header every single corner that we've had, every single one. And we've got to attack them better. They're good deliveries, but it's been quite easy for Chelsea to deal with and head them away. So that's something we've got to work on a little bit better. Just our final third play in general has got to be better, hasn't it? You know, we've defended pretty well apart from the goal. We've been pretty strong in midfield, and we're getting the ball forward well, but it's just that inside the final third, we're just not quite clinical enough, are we, with the final ball or the final shot or attacking the ball quickly enough. And you know what Chelsea are like? They're always going to be there, aren't they? Anyway, Chelsea take that throw, which was given to Chelsea, even though it should have maybe been a free kick to Arsenal. But anyway, Billy Bright now in possession inside the centre circle, pings a long ball up this near side. Laura Wainwright heads it away. Not very far, though. Neve Charles picks it up. Her and Stina are both back on the pitch again. They're both okay. Magdalena Eriksson plays the ball back to Millie Bright. Stina putting her under a bit of pressure, but she plays the ball out to that far side to Eve Perisset, plays it up the line, but Rafaela Souza's there. 10 minutes to go until half-time here at Kings Meadow. Chelsea 1, Arsenal 0. Sophie Ingle it was with the goal midway through this first half. Really the first big opportunity Chelsea had. Arsenal have had 3 or 4 already in this game. Haven't been able to take any of them, and that has been a problem recently. There's no doubt about that. We're creating chances, we're just not putting them away. And when you play a team like Chelsea, if you don't put your chances away, we saw what happened at the Emirates when we missed lots and lots of chances. We finally got ourselves in front. We couldn't get the second goal, and then we get punished right at the end. And we're doing it again today, creating a lot of chances, not putting them away, and being punished. And it's a similar script. The only difference is now we've got plenty of time to try and get ourselves back. What needs to happen is now the next big chance that we have to put away. The next big chance, whether it's in the first half or in the second half, whenever it is, our next big chance, we have to score. And if we do that, it may well change this game. But if we have another big chance and miss, then you're going to start to worry about what might happen in this game. But there's still enough time left. We've got a throw over on that far side. Steph Catley's going to take it and looking for some movement ahead of her. Steph Catley about to take this throw. It's about 5 yards inside at the Chelsea half. Chelsea 1, Arsenal 0. Throws it up the line. It's a decent ball, actually. Frida Marnham's trying to get clear, but it's gone out. It's going to be another throw to Arsenal a bit further up the pitch. Again, it's on that near side. They're just showing Viv there in the crowd. Viv Miedemeier in the crowd today watching this game. I'm sure she's wishing she could be out there helping the team, and now we've missed her. But she's just been coming. I bet she's just been away in America, hasn't she, on holiday? She was with Beth, having some relaxation time following their operations in the middle of their rehab, of course. Be good to, can't wait to see both of them two back in the team, but it's going to be a while yet. We know that. Not this season, unfortunately. Beth's still hopeful she might make the World Cup in the summer. I'm not convinced she will personally, but you never know. Anyway, Lauren James again is on a run. Plays the ball back to Sophie Ingle. Sophie Ingle dinks a ball to this near side to Neve Charles, puts a cross into the penalty area. Header comes in from Sam Kerr, but Arsenal defend it well. Leah Walty really calm there inside her own penalty area and plays the ball up to Stina, holds it up well, lays it into the path of Caitlin Ford. This is good play from Arsenal. Caitlin Ford plays the ball back again to Stina. She's clear over on that far side, little bit tight angle, but she's got Frida Marnham in the middle. Frida stretches, she can't quite get there. That was another big moment for Arsenal. Good play that was, though. What a good attack that was from Arsenal. Stina Blackstenius got clear down that far side, the right. Lovely play from Caitlin Ford initially. Stina got herself in a great position. She was a bit too wide to shoot. Played the ball across the goal, looking for Frida Marnham, had made a great run. Couldn't quite get there. So unlucky there. Brilliant cross from Stina. She just couldn't quite stretch enough. She needed to be an extra inch taller, and she would have got on the end of that ball there. And it would have been 1-1. So unlucky, Frida, there. You could see the look on her face. She knows how close she was. Another really good attack from Arsenal. We're playing some good football in this game. Really good football. So unlucky there. everything. We did everything right there. Stina did really well. It was a great cross, great run from Frida. She just couldn't quite get on the end of it. Terry says another miss. It was, but that was really good play. Well, it wasn't so much a miss, it was just good play. Andreas, if you compare this first half with the one we delivered 2 weeks ago, like night and day, unfortunately the result is the same. We are behind. Yeah, no, you're right. It's a totally different performance. We're playing really well today. This is as well as we've played for a while, I think. But we're still losing, as you say. It's the same result. Andreas says, great cross from Stina Freedom. But yeah, it was inches. It probably wasn't even inches. It was just like an inch. Another cross into the box again. Stina trying to get on the end of it. I think it was Katie McCabe actually with that cross on the far side this time. Terry says, a great cross from Stina, millimetres away. Yeah, millimetres is more than inches, I think. I agree with you. Very, very close. She just couldn't quite stretch far enough, could she? She slid in, did everything she could to try and get there. But that was really good play from Arsenal. We've opened this Chelsea defence up on 2 or 3 occasions already, and you do feel as though we're going to be able to do that more. You know, you can see the number of goals they've conceded this season. They've been nowhere near as solid defensively as in the past. They can definitely be got out of this defence. We have got at them 3 or 4 times, and we just need to find that finishing touch. Leah Williamson just cut out a ball there that would have put Sam Kerr in for a second goal for Chelsea. But this is a good. It's been a good first half performance from Arsenal. Every bit as good as the first half we produced in the league game here last season. Actually, when we drew 0-0, we've played as well as that. We've created more chances. It's probably the most chances we've created away at Chelsea for a long, long time. Anyway, Leah Williamson's ball over the top, headed away by Eriksson only as far as Caitlin Ford, who's now come over to this near side, the right, and put Katie McCabe over on the left. I think that works better. Actually, and we also got a throw over on this near side. Frida Marnham trying to get to the byline. She couldn't quite keep that in, and it's gone out for a goal kick. Terry says Frida needs longer studs. She did need longer studs there. What a great run she's made, though. Brilliant ball from Stina across the box. Oh, that is just so unlucky. Every time you watch that, and they're just showing a replay of it now. Oh, she's so unlucky. Just if she'd managed to get a touch on that, that's in, and it's 1-1. Beth Mead with her head in her hands there in the stand watching the game. She'd have probably scored that, wouldn't she? Beth would have got there and scored, probably. Anyway, Arsenal picked the ball up again, high up the pitch. Really good pressure this from Arsenal. Laura in the end there steps in and plays the ball back to Manu Zinsberg. It's been a good first half of football. It's been a great first half from Arsenal, but we are losing this game. And in the FA Cup, there's only one result that matters, and that is a victory and getting through to the next round. We've still got a lot of work to do, but it's been a great performance from Arsenal. Oh, that's a poor ball from Leah Wolsey straight to Sam Kerr. Are we going to pay for another mistake? She plays the ball square. The shot comes in. Good save from Manu Zinsberger. It was Kankovic there with the shot. Poor play from Arsenal, actually. We've made 2 defensive mistakes, almost made to pay for both of them. We got away with that one. And now Katie McCabe is bringing the ball forward for Arsenal. Finds Stina. Much better from Stina. Tries to lay the ball off to Caitlin Ford. Yes, Caitlin Ford's got through. Caitlin Ford, she's got a long way to go. Plays the ball square to Frida Marnham. She needs a bit of support. She's got it. Katie McCabe. Can she get a shot in? Good save. It's going to be put in. Oh, Caitlin Ford's not finished it. Oh, we're not scored. We're still not away. Frida Marnham puts it back into the box again. We just can't score. We've done everything in this first half but score. We've now got a free kick, I think we have we? I'm not quite sure what the referee's given here. Oh, there's a surprise. Katrine Amberger's pretending to be injured, like she always pretends to be injured when they're under pressure. How have we not scored? This is incredible stuff here from Arsenal. Brilliant from Caitlin Ford. Fantastic turn from her there. A lovely ball to Frida Marnham. She played it across to Katie McCabe. Took a touch, got a shot, decent save. Oh, good double save, actually. Caitlin Ford's follow-up was saved. That's a double save from the Chelsea goalkeeper there. The first one, well, she dropped it, actually, and then Caitlin Ford's in. Great save that was there. 2 saves. Incredible, this from Arsenal. This game actually reminds me of the Continental Cup final from 2020 when Chelsea were 1-0 up. Arsenal dominated them, had about 25 chances, finally equalised with about 5 minutes to go. Leah Williamson scored, and then in the very last second, Chelsea won it 2-1. They only had 2 shots at goal all game. And Katrine Berger there pretends to be injured. She's back up on her feet again. That was a good double save, actually. You have to say that was good. It was good goalkeeping from her. I don't like the fact that she pretends to be injured all the time. Steve says it should be 5-1. Well, about 5-1, we certainly could have scored 2 or 3 goals. We've had some big chances. Katie McCabe there. The shot was straight at the goalkeeper, but that second save, wow. I thought that actually Caitlin Ford had missed it, but when you see the replay, that was an incredible second save, you have to say. Unbelievable stuff that was from the Chelsea goalkeeper. And that's kept Chelsea in it. Terry says, how unlucky, how lucky are Chelsea living on a knife edge? Unbelievable. It is. How we've not scored at least 1 in this first half, I do not know. Just they've got to be the luckiest team around, Chelsea, haven't they? I mean, they've got quality as well, but my word, they're lucky, aren't they? WSL says, what do you mean pretends to be injured? She does it all the time. Every time she doesn't, every time she's under pressure, she'll pretend that she's injured. She wasn't injured there. There's nothing wrong with her. She's done it so many times. She keeps doing it. She's a great goalkeeper and she's made great saves. Just get on with the game. She wasn't injured. Nothing wrong with her. Every single time we play Chelsea, she's the same. Wasting time, trying to take, obviously Arsenal have had a good spell, trying to take the sting out of the play by, stopping the game. When you're a goalkeeper, the game stops, doesn't it? If you're injured or you're a goal, that's what happened there. We had an attack going, so she went down injured to stop the game. And Chelsea do it a lot. It's the way that they play. That's fair enough. But when you're the goalkeeper, the game stops, doesn't it? And that's happened far too many times for me. And it always seems to be Anna Catherine Berger that's doing it the most. Anyway, it's going to be the first yellow card of the game here. It's going to be for a Chelsea player, Niamh Charles, for a foul there on, I think it was, let's have a look. Let's have a look at the foul here. Oh, it was on Caitlin Ford. I mean, it's a foul. I'm not sure it's a yellow card, actually. I'm not sure. Well, they're just showing the incident before, actually, when Caitlin Ford ran through when she turned Charles. But it didn't look like a yellow card. Terry says Charles must get a yellow card. Well, she did get one there. Was it for that challenge? Probably not, because that wasn't a yellow card challenge. They've also got a free kick. We're into the 3 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this first half. Frida Marnham's going to take this free kick. Dinks it in towards the far post. It's a good ball. But again, it's defended well by Chelsea. Millie Bright it was. We know how strong they are in the air, Chelsea. And it was a good ball again, but again, it was good defending by Chelsea. And they are now trying to come forward themselves. But Laura Wainwright is there, plays the ball back to Manu Zinsberger. We've got a minute of stoppage time left at the end of this first half. It's been a good first half from Arsenal, but it is Chelsea that lead. That goal from Sophie Ingle after 21 minutes is all that separates the teams. But Arsenal have been a much better side in this first half. We've had 4 or 5 really big chances. Berger's made 3 good saves, and we've missed probably 3 other chances as well, haven't we? So unfortunate to be losing, but when you're playing the big teams, that's what happens, isn't it? You have to take your chances, quite honestly, and we've not been able to do that. Anyway, Chelsea have got a throw now over on that far side. Rafaela Souza put a bit of pressure, put the ball out for a throw. I think she was claiming she was fouled, but it wasn't given. And these are just the final few moments of this first half coming up now, as Chelsea have got a throw. It's going to be Eve Perisset to take the throw for Chelsea, who lead 1-0. It'll be interesting to see the stats actually at half time. I wouldn't be surprised to see Chelsea have only had maybe 1 shot on target, the goal, whereas we've had we must have had 4. I think Chelsea have had 1 corner, we must have had 6. So we'll check the stats at half time. But I think that we know the story of this game. It's been Arsenal have been on top for large spells and created a lot of good chances, but we somehow find ourselves losing. Anyway, we are coming forward again. Can we somehow find an equaliser in these final few seconds of this first half? But actually, there's been an offside. Was it Katie McCabe over on that far side was offside? I'm not sure. Anyway, it's a free kick to Chelsea. And it's just a matter of seconds now until the half-time whistle goes at Kings Meadow. Terry says I think Charles got it for the amount of fouls. Yeah, potentially, maybe she did. I didn't think that particular foul was worthy of a yellow card on its own. It was a foul, but it wasn't a yellow card foul, is it? But yeah, maybe it's just an accumulation. Anyway, Caitlin Ford again trying to get past Charles, but Charles wins that particular battle. Caitlin Ford trying to get back at her. Guru Wright now in possession for Chelsea. Gets past Laura Wainwright, so that cross is deflected. It is going to be a corner to Chelsea. In fact, it isn't going to be a corner to Chelsea because it is half-time. The referee is just blown for half-time. And it is Chelsea 1, Arsenal 0. But you have to say, Arsenal are very, very unfortunate to be behind. That is as good a first half as we've produced for a long, long time against a team of this quality. Really good performance from Arsenal. Chance after chance we've created. chance after chance has gone begging, and somehow we are behind. And yes, there's not much more we could have done in that half, to be fair. Not much more we could have done. We were a better team. Chelsea had their moments. They had after that early chance from Arsenal where Frida Marnham had a shot tipped over the bar by Berger. Chelsea settled down. They had a 10-minute spell where they were dominant. They didn't really create too many real opportunities. Arsenal defended well. And then it was all Arsenal, really. Chance after chance after chance went begging. And it was a big chance from Stina. She got in behind the Chelsea defence and she fired over the crossbar. That was a big miss, even more so when, a minute later, Chelsea came forward over on the far side. Lauren James had a good run, what you expect from Lauren James. She got to the edge of the area, played a square ball to Sophie Ingle, who was just allowed to run into the box unopposed. And her shot was it went in off the post. Well, Zinsberger tipped it onto the post and it went in. And that's the only goal. But after the goal, we've responded well. We've had 2 or 3 good chances. A great double save from Berger there to deny Katie McCabe, and then Caitlin Ford. Frida Marnham was just centimetres away from getting on the end of Stina's cross. And quite how we're losing this game, I'm not quite sure. But we are. We've got it all to do in the second half. But that was a really, really good Arsenal performance. I don't think we can have too many questions about that. We've got S77 official in the chat says, Chelsea deserve to be where they are. Emma Hayes is the best manager in the league. You will defend, but Jonas doesn't understand anything about football. Always Chelsea beat us, always come. Well, no, Chelsea are a very good team, and they do tend to generally beat us. They beat everybody. They are a very good team. But there's not many teams that have produced a performance like we did in that first half against Chelsea. There isn't, because we've dominated that game. We really have. We've been brilliant, and we just needed to take one of those chances, didn't we? The big one from Stina, that was the chance, wasn't it, really, just before they scored. She's got to put that away, or at least make the goalkeeper work. And she wasn't able to do it. It was a good Arsenal attack. And Stina got in behind, but you've got to finish that. You've got to finish it. Steve says there, I think gods are Chelsea fans. Well, things seem to be in their favour. Terry says, good half by the girls, but we need to start taking our chances if we're going to win anything. No, absolutely. We have to keep taking our chances. You're absolutely correct. Andrea says there, we were the better team in first half, had the better chances. But if you don't score, you can't win the matches. Exactly. Football's all about goals, isn't it? And we didn't take our chances and they did. But anyway, Terry says, Farrell Williams hit the nail on the head there. Better chances and scored against some other play. Yeah, I mean, that's what we've been saying. We know that. We know that's what's happened. Steve says there, how many goals has Emma kicked? Well, Emma hasn't kicked any, has she? I mean, to be fair, she's a great manager. There's no doubt about that. Look at what she's won. But, that's because she learned her trade at Arsenal, didn't she, when she was a coach at Arsenal. So, but yeah, she's certainly making us pay since, hasn't she, really? But, I mean, it was a poor goal to concede. And if we had an opportunity like that with a clear opportunity at goal, but you don't tend to get them against Chelsea because they don't give you them opportunities. We've had to work hard for our chances, and even the chances that we've had, they've been some good chances, but they're difficult chances generally. Even the Stina one, she was under pressure from Eriksson, so she had to rush her shot, whereas with Sophie Ingle, she was under no pressure at all. She could pick her spot and put it in a corner, and that's the difference, really, isn't it? If Chelsea had played as dominant as we had, they would probably be 3-0 up, because we would have allowed them those clear opportunities, whereas Chelsea were creating chances, but they're not really clear opportunities, are they? Because we're always they're always putting us under pressure when it comes to the finish and stuff like that. So, and that's the difference. That is why Chelsea have won the trophies that they've won in the last few years, and that's why we haven't. And you can see the difference here. But I'm happy with that performance. I'm certainly not going to be critical of the way that we've played, because we've produced a really good performance. I think tactically we've been spot on. I don't think I know there was a criticism there of Jonas. I certainly don't think Jonas has got anything wrong today. He did against Manchester City, 100%. I totally agree, he did. And that was on him. And he knows it was on him. He made some mistakes in that game. But today, definitely not. I definitely wouldn't say anything that's happened in this game is anything to do with the way we've set up tactically. I think tactically we've been brilliant. I think we've played a brilliant half of football. We really have played a great half of football. And we've just been unfortunate. Yes, we've made we've had a few misses, but we've also been extremely unfortunate not to have scored at least 2 goals. Frida Marnham could have had 2 goals herself. She's been really unlucky. Stina could have had 1. Katie McCabe could have had 1. Caitlin could have had 1. You know, these are good chances, and not many teams create that much against this Chelsea team today. So we've got to be happy with the performance. Let's hope in the second half one flies in. You know, maybe it goes in off someone's backside, or it, you know, an own goal, or we get a little bit of a lucky one bounces in. Let's hope so, because we don't deserve to be losing this game. That's for certain. Steve says there, we've got to bust our guts to score. They just walk in and score. Good first half, but didn't take a chance. Exactly, yeah. That's what I was just saying there. Yeah. See, we don't get clear chances because Chelsea don't allow us clear chances. You know, we allowed them 1 clear chance and they scored. And that's the difference in this game. And it could well be the difference this season when it comes down to it, you know, potentially. So, but I'm pleased with the performance. We played well. We really did. And if we play like that again in the second half, if we have as many chances in the second half, I'm pretty sure we'll score at least one of them. We've just got to make sure that we're sensible at the back. We don't give Chelsea another easy chance. And if we do that, we can still win. We can still win this game. Let's not worry about it too much. Terry says, I'm not even going to kick the dog after the way the girls played in that first half. I'm just going to calmly make a cup of coffee and watch us win the second half 3-1. Well, I mean, we've had chances to have been 3-1 up in that first half. I do think if we play as well in the second half again, I mean, will Chelsea be as poor? I mean, see, Niamh Charles there tried to pull Caitlin Ford back in that earlier attack. Surely that, and then she got booked for that foul straight after. Yeah, I think that's the reason why she got booked for that second one, which wasn't a booking on its own. Andrea says there, we are paying for the missed Russo deal in January window. She would have scored twice today. Well, I mean, she may have done. We'll never know if she would have done or not, do we? We don't know that. She may have scored a goal or 2, potentially, yes. And I do think Russo is a game-changing player. There's no doubt about that, you know. But I don't know. We can't worry too much about the players that we don't have. You know, we have to look at the performance of the players that's on the pitch today, and they've all played well. Every single one of them players today have stepped up after that Man City performance, and they've played really, really well. And I mean, if I was in that dressing room now, if I was one of them players now sitting in that dressing room, I would be absolutely devastated that we're behind. I wouldn't believe that we were behind because of how well that we've played. But that's football, isn't it? Unfortunately. WSL Comp says there, Chelsea have a good record against Arsenal in cup games. Yeah, absolutely. Can't see them losing. No, they have a very good record against Arsenal in cup games. You're right. Certainly in the last few years. In fact, I can't remember the last time we beat Chelsea in a cup game. May well have been a 2016 FA Cup final, maybe. I'm not sure, but you're right. They do have a good record, and they've got a very good record at home as well. And yes, you know, you say you can't see them losing. No, statistically and historically, probably not. But football doesn't always work like that, does it? You know, we've certainly had enough chances in that game to suggest that we can get back in it and we can win. Whether we will or not, I don't know. Will Chelsea be as open in that second half? Knowing Emma, she'll change a few things. I'm sure she will. She'll know that first half, from Chelsea's perspective, wasn't a good performance. But yeah, disappointing. Steve says there, got to get first goal. Oh, absolutely, first goal. It's over. Yeah, if Chelsea get the next goal, 2-0, that's it. I agree, it's totally over. We have to score the next goal, 100%. And if we do, who knows? I mean, you know, we've played well. We have played well. Let's be real. We have played well, and yeah, I still feel we can win this game. If you remember last season in the Continental Cup final against Manchester City, Chelsea were leading 1-0 at half time. Man City had played well in the first half, missed a few chances, and you thought, oh, well, that's their chance gone. But in the second half, Man City came out and won the game, turned it round. So, you know, there's no reason to suggest we can't do the same in this game. You know, I'm pretty sure. We can. Whether we will, time will tell. Terry says, Man U 5 up, Man City 4 up. Poor old Coventry, a 1-0 down to Brighton. Yeah, I mean, Man U and Man City playing lower division teams. I'm not too worried about that. WSL Comp says there, if Emma doesn't sub Neve off immediately, Ford will do some damage on that left side. No, you're right. I mean, there's been an issue there. She's got booked as well now, Neve Charles. So you know, knowing Emma, I wouldn't be surprised if she does take her off, because that's the sort of thing that she does, isn't it? But yeah, you have to say that would be that's a potential flashpoint in the second half, because since since Caitlin Ford was switched to that side, what sort of 20 minutes into that first half, 25 minutes in, she's created havoc, hasn't she? And I say Charles has got booked. And yeah, there's a real danger that she could get a second yellow. So yeah, that is something I'm sure Emma will be looking at in this half time, and it may well be that that change is made at half time. We'll have to see what happens there. But yeah, well, we'll see what happens. But I'm happy with the first half, and I'm confident that we can still get something from this game. I'm really sure that we can, because we've carved their defence open. And if you look at, I say, their defensive record this season, Chelsea, it's nowhere near as strong and solid as it used to be, as traditionally it's been. So we know they can be got at, and we just need to put these chances away. We're saying it every week at the moment, aren't we? It's a matter of missed chances, and eventually they're going to have to start going in, and I'm sure they will. But let's see what happens in the second half. Still a long way to go. We still got a second half to come. And, if it's anything like the first half, it's going to be enjoyable to watch, isn't it? It's going to be good football played from both teams. So we'll see. But anyway, let's see what we can do here in this second half. Coming up, it is Chelsea 1, Arsenal 0. But Arsenal have been the better team and don't really deserve to be losing. But we've said that against Chelsea a few times, haven't we? In the league game, we should have won that league game at the Emirates, and we ended up with a draw. And today we should be leading at half time, and we're losing in the FA Cup. So anyway, Steve says there, was the Chelsea coach an Arsenal player? You mean Emma Hayes? Emma Hayes was a coach at Arsenal before she went to Chelsea. She was a coach there. She wasn't a player at Arsenal. She was a coach. But yeah, so she's got a history at Arsenal. But yeah, we could do with her maybe helping us out really a little bit, couldn't we? Although we have got, of course, the news, of course, that Lydia Bedford from Leicester has joined the Arsenal coaching staff this week. She's there today, and that's a good appointment. She's a very, very good coach. She did well with very limited resources at Leicester, and now she's an assistant here at Arsenal. So I think that's a good appointment, actually, and I'm sure she'll do well. Steve says there, so she went for an easy job there. Well, I don't know if it was an easy job. Yes, they've invested in the team, but she took the job and she's done well, and you have to give her credit to that. She is a very, very good manager. There's no question about that. But we've shown we've been a better team than them, without a shadow of a doubt. Munya's in the chat. Then my friend, he says, we always have many excuses whenever we come against it. No, we do. You're right. We do. And, there's no excuses today. The facts are we've been the better team. We've had the better chances, and we are losing the game, and we shouldn't be. And that's the fact. It's not excuses, is it? We played well. But you're right. This has happened a few times. You're absolutely correct. It happened in the league game. It's happening today. But this is only half time. Now, there's still 45 minutes to come. The teams are just coming back out again for this second half at Kings Meadow. It was a very, very good first half of football from both teams, but especially for Arsenal. I thought we played really well. And we're unfortunate not to be in front. But anyway, we're behind, and that's the... It is, as Andreas rightly said, it's goals. If you don't score your goals, you don't win matches, do you? And if you don't take your chances, and we haven't been able to do that. And Berger's made 3 good saves as well in that first half, as she tends to do against us, doesn't she? We have to find a way to beat her. And if we don't in the second half, then our FA Cup runs over for another year, and we'll have to focus all our efforts next week in the Continental Cup final, where hopefully we can win some silverware. Terry says, let's hope Fordy and Laura run Charles ragged in the second half. Need to put her under untold pressure. Let's hope the ref stays strong. Yeah, let's hope so. It'll be amazing if there's a red card, but we'll see. WSL Comp says there, that Stina and Frida chance, so unfortunate. Yeah, it was. They've linked up quite well, actually, haven't they, in this first half? And we two big chances that for each of them. Stina's one over the bar was Frida's flick on, and then Stina's cross that Frida couldn't quite get on the end of. It's been a bit like that today. Munoz says, we need to start winning against them. Yeah, we do. Hopefully today, and if not today, then certainly next week. You're right. We do need to start winning against them. We've shown that we can, that we're as good as them. On our day, we're as good as them. We've shown that 4 or 5 times in the last couple of seasons, haven't we? But yes, you're right. Very rarely do we win. Anyway, we're back off and underway. Chelsea kicked off. They are attacking the goal to our right in this second half. Arsenal attacking the goal to our left end. And it is Chelsea 1, Arsenal 0. Leah Williamson picks up possession for Arsenal, though, straight away at the start of the second half. Plays the ball into midfield to Frida Marnham. She's done well. Frida Marnham. Can Arsenal get level very, very early in the second half? Caitlin Ford on this near side. Dinks across towards the far post. Katie McCabe was coming in, but she couldn't quite get there. Good at defending, actually. Was that Guru right and defending over on that far side? If it was really good defending from her. And she's just gone down with a little injury. In fact, it wasn't. It was Niamh Charles, who we were just talking about. It looks as though Katie McCabe's gone back over there. Not sure why he doesn't leave Caitlin Ford there to really run at Niamh Charles. But anyway, he's put Katie back over on the right and Caitlin on the left, which to me hasn't really worked. But anyway, Terry says, come on, you Gooner girls. Indeed, come on, you Gooner girls. Bright start to the second half from Arsenal there. Straight away, get the ball in the box. A ball played across the area. Dangerously there from Chelsea. Stina puts under pressure, but Chelsea do manage to play their way out of that. Millie Bright, that's a good ball forward, actually. But again, Arsenal won the ball back well with Kim Little, but it does fall to Sam Kerr now. Chelsea coming forward over on that far side. Niamh Charles finds Guru Wrighton. Forced back though by Laura Wainwright. Chelsea keeping possession. Sophie Ingle, the goal scorer, plays it into Erin Cuthbert. But Erin Cuthbert's forced off the ball there. Good play again from Arsenal. Good pressure. Kim Little now does well. Kim Little, as you'd expect, finds Laura Wainwright. And now it's with Leah Williamson and Arsenal back in possession. We've played a minute and a half of the second half. It's been a decent start to the second half from Arsenal. Rafaela Souza on this near side. Just tackled there by Erin Cuthbert. Is going to be a throw though to Arsenal, or is it? Was it given? It's been given to Chelsea, which is Lauren James going to take the throw? She's got the ball at the moment, bouncing it around. No, she just gives it back to Eve Perisset, the French right back for Chelsea. Throws the ball in field. Erin Cuthbert plays it forward, but Chelsea have given it away again. Caitlin Ford, nice play. It's with Frida Marnham. Stina makes a run one side, Katie McCabe the other side. Katie McCabe goes through. It's with Stina inside the box. A little bit wide. She tries to get a shot in. Good block, actually, from Magdalena Eriksson. It's going to be another corner to Arsenal. In fact, it isn't because the offside flag's up. Stina was offside there. Great play that was, though, from Arsenal again. Pressing high out the pitch. It was Katie McCabe. See, that's come off a Chelsea player, so I don't think that should have been offside, actually. It came off the Chelsea player before it fell to Stina. She was offside, but it came off. The ball was deflected off the Chelsea defender anyway. It is a free kick to Chelsea. Stina's shot was blocked by Magdalena Eriksson in any case. Berger now goes long towards the halfway line. Guru Wrighton tries to hold it up, but Arsenal do win the ball back. Rafaela Souza now in possession for Arsenal. Plays the ball back to goalkeeper Zinsberg, who's had nothing to do, actually, since the goal, really. She's not had a save to make. She's not hardly touched the ball. That shows how dominant Arsenal have been. But it doesn't matter how dominant you are. If you don't put the ball in the net, you don't get the result there. Anyway, Arsenal in possession again over on that far side. Laura Wainwright plays it back to Zinsberg, and now it's with Souza. Rafaela Souza brings the ball forward, a long ball up the near side, looking for the running behind of Stina. But Chelsea do manage to deal with that, and now they're in possession themselves. Lauren James on this near side. Not had much of the ball, has she, for quite a long spell in that first half. It was her run that led to the goal, and she had one or two other moments before that. But since then, she's not really been involved at all, Lauren James. And that's credit to the way Arsenal have played. Anyway, the ball's now back with Millie Bright. Plays up this near side to Perisset. That's a poor ball out from her. It's picked up by Leah Walty. A little bit of a loose touch from Leah Walty, surprisingly. And Chelsea do manage to win the ball back. And they're trying to come forward now with Erin Cuthbert. Good tackle from Katie McCabe. Won that ball well. Rafaela Souza now finds Leah Williamson for Arsenal. That's a good ball. Finds Frida Marnham. A little bit of space. She's found that space really well today. Plays the ball up this near side to Caitlin Ford. Steph Catley's got outside her. Caitlin Ford cuts inside. Maybe a little bit too much there, but has managed to keep possession. Finds Kim Little. Plays it square to Leah Walty. looking for a pass. You couldn't quite find one. Put under pressure there from Sam Kerr. And now that ball from Leah Williamson in towards the box, but Millie Bright heads it out. Her England Lionesses teammate, good friends, of course they are. Good relationship they've got in the team for the Lionesses. But today, they are enemies, certainly for the next 45 minutes or so. Kim Little now. It's been a good start to the second half from Arsenal again. We're keeping possession well. Rafaela Souza on this near side finds Kim Little again. She's going to go square to Leah Williams. A little bit of space over on that far side for Leah, the England captain. Plays the ball infield. That's a nice ball to Katie McKay. Plays it square to Frida Marner, but it was cut out by Sophie Ingle. And now Chelsea can come forward themselves over on that far side. That's a good ball through, looking for Sam Kerr. Brilliant defending there from Leah Williamson. That's twice she's cut out balls to Sam Kerr that would have put Sam Kerr clear. Great defending from Leah again. She's looked determined to make up for that mistake she made in the league game when she allowed Sam Kerr that free header for the equaliser. She's not really given Sam Kerr an inch today. Apart from very early on when she just sat off a little bit, didn't she? But she's been brilliant, Leah, today defensively. Anyway, Rafaela Souza now in possession for Arsenal. That's a ball up the line. Caitlin Ford flicks it on, looking for the run of Frida Marnham. Oh, Millie Bright played it back to the goalkeeper, Berger, who was put under a bit of pressure there. It wasn't a great pass back to her, actually, but she manages to clear it away. But it is going to be a throw now to Arsenal on this near side. Good pressure this from Arsenal. Steph Catley with this throw. Can Arsenal find this equaliser that we fully do deserve? There's no doubt about that. 51 minutes played. Chelsea 1, Arsenal 0. Rafaela Souza plays it back to Zinsberger. We've had all the possession in this second half so far. Not really managed to get one opportunity yet. That's a long ball there. Flicked on by Kim Little. That's a good header down. Going to find Katie McKay, but it isn't because Charles is across. And Charles clears it away. But Laura Wainwright is going to pick this ball up. Plays it back to Leah Williamson. Now into Rafaela Souza. This is really good play from Arsenal. Certainly controlling the possession. Souza just rolls it off to Steph Catley on this near side, but under pressure from Lauren James. Lauren James has now got clear on this near side. Arsenal lose the ball. Great tackle from Leah Walty. Wins it back. Brilliant defending from Leah there. Now it's with Caitlin Ford on this near side. Tries to thread the ball up the line, looking for Frida Marner. It was cut out by Eve Perisset. And now it's with Millie Bright. We've played, 7 minutes of this second half. It is still Chelsea 1, Arsenal 0. But Arsenal have been in control. Love Football says there, how much does it cost if I'd signed up for the FA player? I think it's free. It's certainly free in the UK. I don't know where in the world you are. You just sign up for an account for free. I don't know if this game's on the FA player, is it? I'm not sure if it is. But anyway, it is free as far as I'm aware. Even if you're outside the UK, I think it's free. It certainly should be, shouldn't it? But it was free when I signed up. So, yeah, you just need to get a username and a password, and there you go. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure it is free. But anyway, have a try and see. I'm not sure if this game's on there. You'll have to have a look. I'm not too sure if it is. But hopefully you can do it that way. But they're just showing that counter-attack there from Chelsea, where that ball, trying to look for Sam Kerr, brilliantly read that by Leah Williamson, who's back on the ball again inside the centre circle for Arsenal, pings it out to that far side to Laura Wainwright in square to Kim Little, plays it back to Leah Williamson again. Arsenal look in control, don't we? But we need to try and find a goal from somewhere. Leah Walty just made that great tackle before, played the ball up this near side to Caitlin Ford. Looks dangerous, Caitlin Ford, every time she gets the ball, doesn't she? You feel as though something might happen. But so far, we haven't managed to get that chance in this second half. Rafaela Souza plays it square to Leah Walty, gets it back again, the Brazilian. Plays it up the line to Caitlin Ford. Lovely turn from Caitlin Ford. She's having a great game, Caitlin Ford. Finds Frida Marner, manages to get the ball out to Steph Catley. Steph Catley lines up across. It's headed out, though, by Magdalena Eriksson, but falls to Frida Marner again on the edge of the Chelsea penalty. Plays it back to Leah Walty. Leah Walty plays it in to Caitlin Ford. Turns away again. Tries a shot on a turn, but it's too close to goalkeeper Berger. But again, Caitlin Ford causing a problem. She has been our most dangerous player in this game so far, you have to say. Berger then rolls the ball out short to Sophie Ingle, plays that ball forward. Good header though from Leah Williamson. Arsenal winning every single battle at the moment in this game, and we're keeping the ball well, but Chelsea now looking to get possession. Again, Kim Little steps in. This is good from Arsenal. Leah Williamson plays it square to Rafaela Souza. Steph Catley's on this near side. Instead, she goes square to Leah Walty. Tries to thread the ball through to Caitlin Ford, but that wasn't a great ball back. Stina there almost got in, but wasn't quite able to get the ball there. Lauren James with a ball forward. Great defending from Laura Wainwright. Heads the ball back to Manu Zinsberger. WSL Comp says I love football, it's free. Well, it should be free. It's not, unfortunately, always isn't, is it, when Sky are involved? But anyway, Rafaela Souza now on this near side for Arsenal. Chelsea 1, Arsenal 0, but Arsenal are playing well. We're certainly playing well in the second half. Chelsea haven't hardly had the ball, but we still trail, and we need to find a goal from somewhere if we're going to stay in this season's FA Cup. Steph Catley, though, just loses out again to Lauren James. That's a good ball. Square to... it's into Sam Kerr. It's going to be the moment. It is the moment. They don't need many moments, do they? Chelsea have scored a second goal. It's Sam Kerr. Again, we got caught out. It was Kankovic with the ball through. And Sam Kerr inside the penalty area. She doesn't miss those opportunities. And that is probably that. We said, didn't we, that Arsenal needed to score the next goal. We haven't done. It is Chelsea 2, Arsenal 0. And from this point here on, you do feel that Chelsea have won this game. They're going to be through to the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. Just too much space again there. The ball played through. Rafaela Souza was out of possession, and Sam Kerr was in one-on-one with the keeper. And she just doesn't miss them, does she? Andrea says there, we are dominating as if we were playing at home and Chelsea scores. Yep, just one simple ball through and a good bit of movement off the ball. And that is what Chelsea can do to you. And that's the difference right there. That is a difference between the teams, isn't it? Chelsea are, as Andrea said before, clinical. They are very clinical, and they've been clinical there. Andrea says it's all over now. You imagine it is, but, there's still a long time to play in this game. We've only played 10 minutes of the second half, 11 minutes, the second half. We're coming forward again now. Kim Little, if we can pull a goal back very quickly, who knows? We could turn this around. Laura Wainwright to there finds... Oh, she's not going to find Kim Little. It's going to be an Arsenal throw. Surely that's an Arsenal throw over on that far side. But it is now 2-0 to Chelsea. And the mountain that we had to climb has just doubled. And, yes, it's going to be very, very tough for Arsenal now. The one thing we've got to try and do is keep ourselves in the game now. If we can get the next goal back, who knows? But we certainly can't afford to concede a third, or you do fear what might happen. It's such a shame because we played so well, but it's not enough, is it? When you're playing Chelsea, playing well on its own isn't enough. You have to take your chances. You have to be clinical, and we haven't been able to do that, have we? Once again, and it is Chelsea 2, Arsenal 0, and it looks as though it's going to be Chelsea going through to the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. Oh, mistake there! Almost lets Frida in, but you see, when Chelsea make a mistake, they've got somebody there to cover. When we make a mistake, quite often we don't. Andrea says there, 2 chances, 2 goals, that's Chelsea. 6 chances, no goal, that's Arsenal. Yeah, that's pretty much, that has summed up this game absolutely perfectly. You don't get what you deserve in football, do you? Always. And that's certainly been the case in this game today. But there's still enough time left. We've still got 32 minutes to play. So who knows? So if we can get the next goal, and if we can get it within the next 5 or 10 minutes, who knows? We've had chances in this game, as we've said. We haven't had really one yet in the second half, particularly, but we dominated possession. But Chelsea were quite happy to let us have the ball, and then they just picked us off there. One mistake, and they're in, and they score, and we just Rafaela Souza just played the ball out. And I think Jonas is just saying we just need to keep our heads. We just need to be calm, and maybe the chances will come again. But yeah, it's certainly not looking particularly likely at this moment, is it? We have to be honest. Despite playing well, we are 2-0 down. And it looks as though once again Chelsea are going to be dumping us out of the FA Cup. Once again, the ball just ran through to Manu Zinsberger. We've got 59 minutes on the clock. There's still a lot of time left, 31 minutes to play. But it's going to take a really big 31 minutes if we're to turn this around. But Chelsea have been conceding goals, so who knows? Who knows? Anyway, we've got a throw on this near side on halfway. Caitlin Ford throws it back to Rafaela Souza. A little bit of time for the Brazilian. plays it back to the goalkeeper. We've got Ibrahim says there, and that's my team, the best female team in the world, unlike the male team that are up and down. Well, I mean, the male team haven't done too bad in recent years, have they? But no, these women's, I wouldn't say, I don't know if they're the best female team in the world. I think the Lionesses are probably better, but you know, we'll see in the Champions League, won't we, soon? Coming up very soon, isn't it? The Champions League. We'll see how these two teams get on in that. They're two very good teams, right? Let's be honest. You know, Arsenal are a great team as well, but Chelsea just have that little bit more, don't they, when it's needed? They can find that extra little gear. They find that extra little bit of quality when it's needed. You know, whether it's a little bit of extra physicality, whether it's just a little bit of extra movement, the final ball is always good. And they've got Sam Kerr. You know, say what you like about Sam Kerr, and you know, she's not my favourite player. I think I've said that plenty of times before, but she does score those chances, and that's when we don't score them. And that's been the difference again in this game, and it has been in previous games, and I'm sure it will be in other games as well, unfortunately. Anyway, we're coming forward again now up this near side. Leah Walty, that's a nice 1-2. Leah Walty again in possession, but again, that's a poor ball from Leah Walty. She's not been at her best today, Leah. Her first start since her injury. Maybe she just needs a game or two to just get her sharpness back. She's not quite been quite on it today. She made one really good defensive tackle, but certainly with the ball, she's been nowhere near as good as we would normally expect from her, which hasn't really helped our situation today, is it? But anyway, Chelsea in possession again. Eve Perisset plays it back to Millie Bright. Chelsea are going to be quite happy now just to keep the ball, knock it around for the next half an hour, and stop us from getting back into the game. But we do have the quality to find a way back. But we are going to have to find a goal from somewhere very, very quickly. Good to see Viv and Beth there in the crowd. It's a shame that we can't see them on the pitch, because it may well be a different story if those two were fit, but they're not. Manu Zinsberg has now gone down injured. Didn't see what happened there, actually. But she's sitting down waiting to get some treatment. Was it just when she kicked the ball, or what's happening there? I'm not really sure. But they might show a replay of what's happened to her. But anyway, there is a break in play now because of this. And Arsenal come over to get a drink on this near side. Jonas is just maybe making one or two tactical points to the team. We can still, you know, we can still find a way back into the game potentially. But it is going to take something very, very special now, isn't it? Viv there with her crutches. If only she was fit. But she's not. And we just have to go. But anyway, Manu Zinsberger is getting some treatment on the pitch now for what looks to be perhaps a thigh injury. And say the game has been held up temporarily. Terry says, lack of that goal scorer looks like it has cost us again. Yeah, it is, because our two goal scorers are sitting in the stands watching the game. So, yeah, there you go. It looks like a thigh injury, actually, for Zinsberger. And she's getting some treatment now. And let's see if she's going to be okay. We do have a Kaylin Marquise on the bench, not Sabrina D'Angelo, who did get injured playing for Canada during the week. So that's not ideal. But she's just having a stretch now, Manu. And I'm sure she's going to be okay to continue. Bit of deep heat, it looked like that was putting on there. You know, a bit like a Sunday morning team, get the deep heat out. But anyway, Manu is back on her feet again, and I'm sure she's going to be able to continue. We've got 27 minutes left of this FA Cup fifth round tie at Kingsmeadow. It's Chelsea women 2, Arsenal 0. Not the result that we were looking for, but not the result we've probably deserved for our performance. But I say, you don't always get what you deserve in football. You have to put your chances away, and we haven't been able to do that. But we've got a throw over on the far side. I'm still not sure Manu Zinsberger is actually very happy, and she's in conversation with the bench. I don't know whether she maybe needs some more treatment or whether she might have to go off. I'm not really sure. Let's hope she's going to be okay, because she is an important player still for us, goalkeeper. Anyway, also coming forward with Laura Wainwright down that far side, finds Katie McCabe. Laura gets it back again, tries to go past Neve Charles, but Neve Charles gets the ball off and now brings the ball forward. That's good play actually from Chelsea. It's with Guru right and now plays it up that line, looking for Sam Kerr again. Leah Williamson's in, and the ball's gone off Sam Kerr for a throw to Arsenal. We've got Magnificent Jafar in the chat. Hey, my friend, he says, Richard, I'm sorry, guys, but Jonas needs to go. Since he came on, we haven't won a single cup. We got knocked out of every cup against Chelsea and City. How is that possible? Well, yeah, but we've got a cup final next week, haven't we? Oh, Caitlin Ford's done well on this near side. Caitlin Ford inside the Chelsea penalty. Caitlin Ford, she's going to put a goal back. It's almost an own goal. We still can't put it in. It's fallen now. Oh, the flag's up for offside. Oh, Caitlin Ford did brilliantly again. She has been our best player today. Caitlin's been absolutely brilliant. And again, Berger's gone down to waste a bit more time. Brilliant play from Caitlin Ford on this near side there. Lovely turn. That was absolutely brilliant there. She completely got past Eve Perisset, ran into the penalty area. Her cross then seemed to come off. It came off Eriksson, and it was a good save again by the goalkeeper, Berger. Every time she makes a save, she injures herself. I'm not quite sure how that's possible. Anyway, she made another decent save, the goalkeeper, off her own defender. And again, Arsenal can't put the ball down. I'm not quite sure what the whistle went for. But anyway, it seems to be a free kick to Chelsea for some unknown reason. But anyway, no, but Jaffa, we've got a cup final next week. If we win that, that's our first trophy under Jonas in only his second season. That's not bad, is it? Let's not get rid of him quite yet. Steve says there, Terry, it doesn't help if our two best players out. It could be different scores with all those shots we have had. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Steve says unreal 3 times, 2 goals. Arsenal 25 times, no goals. It's over. Yeah, I agree. Terry says, imagine, Steve, if we'd got Russo, she would have got at least a hat-trick today. Well, she may well have scored 1. Steve says, true. Jeffar says, I remember we have spent so big since he came into the club. No, we have. And we've got a very good team. But I think this season, if Beth and Viv hadn't got injured when they did, I think the outcome would be totally different. They're 2 of the best players in the world. And any team is going to miss them. And we have, and unfortunately, we've lost all those goals that they were scoring and assisting. So, you know, anyone would have found it difficult losing players like that. And I think that, you know, we've got to understand that a little bit as well. We have to give a little bit of leeway to Jonas. Anyway, we're making a substitution now. It is going to be Victoria Palova coming on for Steph Catley. So you'd imagine Katie McCabe's going to drop into left back. Steph Catley played well today, actually. Good performance from her again. She got caught out a little bit for that second goal, got bullied a bit by Lauren James. So Palova's going to play on that right-hand side. You would imagine Katie McCabe's going to drop into left back. She may be a little bit more comfortable there. It hasn't really worked over on that right-hand side, has it? That's where that's been our biggest problem. We haven't had anyone on that right-hand side who's natural over there in the way that Beth does, and we just haven't had anybody there to do that job. And I think that's been one of our biggest issues, actually. You know, as much as great a player as Viv is, I think the way that Frida's been playing, the goals that Frida's been scoring, you know, maybe we've almost been able to deal. If it was just Viv out, we may have been okay, but I think Beth has been the biggest loss. The form that she was in, and we don't have anyone else in the team that can do what she does. So I think she's been the biggest loss, actually, out of the 2. Obviously, they've both been a massive loss, haven't they? But I think we could possibly have coped with one of them, but not obviously both. Anyway, Chelsea coming forward again. Good defending again from Leah Williamson, who's had a decent game at the back. Well, I was saying the other night when she was playing for the Lionesses that she maybe hadn't had her best season for Arsenal, and I stick by that. Leah Walsh's got a strapman on her thigh as well, actually. Obviously, she's still not 100% fit, is she? Clearly. And you can tell she's been a little bit off her form today. Anyway, Rafaela Souza now in possession for Arsenal. Plays the ball back to Leah Williamson. And we've played 68 minutes, so 22 minutes left. Can Arsenal find a big comeback? That's a good ball. Frida Minor, a little bit of space on this near side. She's got Caitlin Ford outside her. She finds Caitlin Ford. Caitlin Ford does look the most likely. She's just won Arsenal another corner. Brilliant play again from Caitlin Ford. She has had a fantastic match today. When you think she's had to fly back from Australia, she must be tired, but she's been absolutely brilliant today, Caitlin Ford. Terry says, to be fair, we have a good team and manager. We just lack a goal scorer at the moment. No one could have seen we would lose Viv Amido. So exactly, no. It's impossible to have predicted that. And unfortunately, that's what's happening. We've got a corner now. Katie McKay with it. Rafaela Souza's header. Oh, again, Chelsea scramble it clear. Shot comes in from distance. It's a volley, but it's gone wide. I think it might have been Leah Walty with that effort. It was Rafaela Souza's header initially. Finally, we get our head on a corner. We've had a lot of corners and we haven't won our first header yet, but we did that one. It was unsurprisingly Rafaela Souza's header. It was blocked actually by Millie Bright. I'm not sure if it would have gone in anyway. Well, it may have done. It was on target actually. But Chelsea do scramble that one away, and the follow-up volley came in from, I'm sure it was Leah Walty, but it went wide. It is a goal kick to Chelsea. We played 70 minutes. It is Chelsea 2, Arsenal 0. It looks as though it's going to be Chelsea going through to the quarterfinals, and Arsenal will just have to. We've got the Continental Cup next week. Maybe the defeat here today might focus our minds even more on that final next week, because we certainly can't afford to lose to Chelsea twice. Surely Sam Kerr's offside there. She looks offside. In fact, she is offside. I don't think there's much doubt about that there. She didn't look very impressed with that decision by the Lions woman there, but I think it was definitely offside. We'll see the replay now. Or actually, when you look at it, oh, maybe she wasn't. Oh, well, anyway, tough luck. Steve says there, true, Terry, that would have hurt any team. It's just bad luck. Indeed it is. Chelsea made a substitution now. It is Jess Carter's come on for Eve Perisset, and just a straight change there. Probably Emma felt as though Caitlin Ford was causing a lot of problems down this side. That's a long ball over the top, looking for Steiner again, but it's going to run through to Katrine Berger. Robertson chatted in, mate. He says, hi, Rich. Sorry coming on late. Been busy. Seen the game away from home. What I have seen, we need a striker. Russo with Viv and Beth. We would bury Chelsea. Yeah, potentially we may have done, but we haven't got them in the team, and unfortunately, that is the situation. NA says there, you just can't defend Jonas no more. He needs to go. Even with Beth and Viv in the side, he wasn't exactly pulling up any trees. Well, I mean, we were only, a point away from winning the league against this Chelsea team. So, that's not too bad, is it? And that last season was his first season, and this season now, we've had to suffer those injuries. We've brought some good players in. I just think we've been really, really unfortunate. Andrea says we were lucky now. It was not offside from Kerr. Yeah, we were lucky then, yeah. We've not had too much luck, have we? So maybe we deserve one or two bits of luck in this game. Anyway, it's a throw to Arsenal in the attacking third on this near side. Caitlin Ford again battling away for that ball with Carter. But Carter does come away with it there. And good defending there from Katie McCabe. Terry says there, when you think as well, we're not in bad shape considering we lost Leah Williamson, Rafa and Kimmy. No, we did, yeah. All them, we've had so many injuries in this season. It's been ridiculous how many injuries we've had. And it was always going to have an effect. When you're losing players of the quality that we've lost, of course it was never going to be easy for us. Anyway, we're coming forward again. Rafaela Souza, a little bit of space now. On the edge of the box, Victoria Palova finds Laura Wainwrighter, but that shot straight at the goalkeeper. And again, lacking composure when in the final third. Good play, though, there, actually, from Arsenal. Victoria Palova's first real involvement. A nice ball to Laura Wainwrighter. She needed to get that in the far corner, but it went straight at the goalkeeper at the near post. 73 minutes played. If we're going to find a way back into this game, we do need to score, you feel, in the next 3 or 4 minutes, really, to give us the opportunity to come back and get the equaliser. Otherwise, we'll be losing again. Steve says there, our best 11 would beat anyone last year. Lost one game and still came second. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I agree. Last season, we were unfortunate. We lost that one game when we had a few injuries and one or two other little issues that went on. Robert says there, Jonas would win more games if he gets the team right. Black Dennis is very poor, but I don't rate her at all. I don't think she's very poor at all. I think she's a really good player. But yeah, Steve says there, one more striker. Yep. Without Viv and Beth, it's been a struggle at times, and we're not scoring enough goals. There's absolutely no question about that. And the first half today has shown that, really, hasn't it? It's shown exactly where the issues are. Anyway, LA says there, Jonas is not a tactical genius. He claimed to be, but he's not. He's not made many tactical errors. I mean, he did against Man City, which he admitted himself. It's not really tactically that's the problem, is it? The problem is we've suffered injuries, and also as well we've not been clinical enough. And I don't think you can necessarily blame the manager for that. You know, we're creating chances. We could have scored 4 or 5 goals in that first half against Chelsea. Imagine if we'd done that. If when we took all those chances and we scored 4 or 5 goals in that first half, you wouldn't be saying how bad Jonas is, would you? You know, it's not his fault that the players are missing those chances, is it? You know, it's not his fault that's happening. The players have got to take responsibility for that. But anyway, we've got a throw over on that far side. Laura Wainwright, it's in line with the Chelsea penalty area. It is a throw to Arsenal. Can we find a goal now, which would really give us an opportunity to maybe get something back? But again, Chelsea physically a bit stronger than us in those areas of the pitch. But also won another throw on that far side. Laura Wainwright is going to take it. That's the one thing we have got to improve. We've got to be a little bit more physically stronger, haven't we, against these type of teams? We're going to find out in the Champions League when we play Bayern Munich in a couple of weeks' time. We need to be stronger physically, don't we? And that's maybe a little bit today. I think both the goals maybe physically is where we've come undone a little bit. NA says, I'm getting really bored of the excuses. I'm sorry if I'm being negative. No, I mean, I understand what you're saying, and I understand how you feel. I just feel as though, you know, Jonas has done well, and he's been unfortunate with some injuries. Anyway, Frida Marnham tries a shot from distance there, which forces Berger into a save. It wasn't a difficult save, but it was a save nonetheless. And it was quite a comfortable save that you'd imagine a goalkeeper of her quality and experience would easily make. Andrea says, when was the last time Chelsea was so dominated at Kings Meadow? Well, I don't know. Probably would be a long time ago, but dominating Chelsea and beating Chelsea, unfortunately, are two different things, aren't they? And, you know, we've played well. I don't think there's any doubt about that. We have played well. We've produced a good performance, but a good performance hasn't quite been enough up till now. We're into the last 14 minutes now. So if we are going to stage a comeback in this game, it is going to have to be something quite special and quite dramatic. So let's see if we can. Katie McCabe now on this near side finds Caitlin Ford, who's been brilliant. That's a great ball again. Frida Marnham. Can we get the goal now? Be brilliant. Oh, she tried to thread the ball through to Stina Blackstenius, but it wasn't quite directed well enough there from Frida, and it's ran through to Catherine Berger. Robert says there, we differ on her, Rich, but she misses so many goals. This game would have been won with Beth or Viv, considering the amount of chances we had. No, you're right. You're probably right, actually. I kind of agree with that. Terry says, at least the keeper didn't injure herself this time. No, she didn't. That's the first save she's made and not got injured. So not quite sure how that happened. WL says there, teams do dominate Chelsea, but they always find ways to win games. No, they do. You're right. They do. But not often Chelsea are dominated in terms of possession as much as they have been today at home, certainly. They're quite happy to let teams have the ball at times, aren't they? Steve says it's not an excuse, it's true, just bad luck. Take Chelsea 2 best players. No, you're right. It has been bad luck. I totally agree. And Munian says we've always had good performance against Chelsea, but end up on the losing side. Yeah, we do. You're right. It's happened too many times, and it does get frustrating. Anyway, Victoria Palova now trying to get clear down that far side. Erin Cuthbert wins that challenge though. But Arsenal again winning the ball back there. Kim Little's done really well. Kim Little charging forward on the edge of the Chelsea penalty area. Finds Frida Marnham out on that far side. Digs out a cross, but it's going to be too close to the goalkeeper. Although she's not going to get there this time, as she Katie McCabe's there. Why is it every time you go anywhere near the goalkeeper for Chelsea, there are free kicks given against her? No one touched her. Ridiculous again. Anyway, it's another free kick to Chelsea because for some unknown reason. Anyway, we're making 3 substitutions now. Katerina Call's coming on. Noel Moritz is coming on. A lot of Woover Moy is coming on. Not really sure what these substitutions are about. They're not going to help us get back into the game. Maybe we've accepted our fate. We're going to rest players maybe for next week, for next week's final, perhaps now. I'm not quite sure. NA says there, only one key signing in the summer. Oh, hang on. Caitlin falls in. Caitlin falls in again. A good run from her. Ball falls to Kim Little. Held up there by Millie Bright. Surely she's fouled Kim Little, but Millie Bright comes away with the ball and then hoofs it clear. Strong defending there from Millie. as you expect. And they said only one key signing in the summer when we knew we were still short to match Chelsea was a big mistake. Only us to blame for this. No, you're right. We needed to sign more players in the summer. I 100% agree with you. We did get a few in, of course, in January. One of which is on the pitch now. Another one's coming on. Anyway, Freedom Minham now coming forward. Tries a shot from distance. That's a better effort. But again, it's far too close to the goalkeeper, Berger. And again, she made a save without getting injured. There you go. She can do it. We've now got 10.5 minutes of normal time remaining. And I haven't given up all hope yet, but I'm starting to feel as though we're probably not going to score today if we played until 6 o'clock tonight. But anyway, Leah Walty picks the ball up again. Again, it's good play from Arsenal. We are playing well. It's just that makes it even more frustrating in a way. You know, in a way, it'd be better if we just got completely dominated and got hammered. Anyway, the substitutions are going to happen now. It is going to be Stina Blackstenius coming off. She worked hard today, Stina. She missed that big chance, unfortunately. And Catherine Cool is coming on. So you'd imagine Caitlin Ford's going to play through the centre. Lotta Ruben-Moy is coming on as well for Leah Walty. Yeah, it wasn't a great game from Leah Walty today. Not quite at her best. Lotta Ruben-Moy is coming on. And Laura Wainwright is going off for Noel Moritz as well. And 10 minutes to play. That's probably not going to get us back in the game, is it? Robert says there, listen to those commentators earlier. I thought I was watching the Chelsea channel. Yeah, well, you know, it's a Chelsea loving generally. Steve says, I like a dollar every time Rich got excited with Arsenal trying to score. Well, I'm excited about us trying to score. A free kick into the box, headed away, though, by Millie Bright. You're not going to beat Chelsea by putting them long balls in the box, really, are you? They're very, very dominant. And Millie Bright wins another header. Lots of Ruben-Moy's first touch. Terry says there, don't forget to hit the like button. People, yes, please give us a like and please consider subscribing as well. See if we can get to 1,500 subscribers today. We're not that far off, I don't think. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. Get us to 1,500 today and it will make us feel better about this poor result for Arsenal going out of the FA Cup. NA says there, our January signings were basically signings for the future, not players expected to save our season, so still poor from us in the transfer market. Yeah, but you've got to build something, haven't you? You've got to build to the future as well. You've got to do both. You've got to get the balance right, haven't you? You've got to buy players that can come in and do a job now, and also you've got to be building for the future because, you know, we've got one or two players that probably not got that many more years left. Anyway, also coming forward again, Victoria Palova finds Frida Marnham. She's finding Caitlin Ford inside the box. Again, another shot, but again, it's straight at the goalkeeper. I don't know how many shots we've had at goal in this game. It'll probably be 10 times whatever Chelsea have had, but we still can't manage to score. And again, it's a poor effort at goal in the end. Good play, though, from Frida Marnham and a shot from Caitlin Ford straight at the goalkeeper. And that's that, really. Emanuela said they're waiting for the third goal for the Blues. Yeah, well, I wouldn't be surprised if they get one, even though they don't deserve it. Anyway, Caitlin Ford coming forward again, trying to battle her way through. But again, trying to get past Millie Bright is not easy. He says a lot of more should have been on the pitch. What is wrong with that, Jonas? Yona more like sinking our team. No. Anyway, Frida Marnham's actually playing more as a centre forward now, battling away there with Lauren James. Steve says there, like men's team, we should have got a good striker while Jesus is out. Yeah, it's a similar situation. You're right. Terry says, a lot of Ruben-Moy double and a Rafa header. 3-2 win on the cards. Have faith, people. Well, with 7 minutes to go, it does seem unlikely. Andreas says there, I agree that both the summer and winter transfer windows were poor. We forgot that squad depth decides titles in a long way. Yeah, but you can't just buy 50 players, I guess. But you're right. Anyway, Chelsea are making a sub now. Lauren James has gone off, and I didn't see her come on. I was reading a comment there. And Kankovic is going off as well. Her assist for the second goal, the killer second goal, you have to say. And let's see who's come on. I missed who came on for the first substitution for Lauren James. Who's done well, Lauren James. She had a decent game when she got the ball. She didn't have the ball so much after that first 20 minutes, did she? Obviously, Kankovic got an assist for the second goal. We've played 84 minutes. Is there going to be late drama in this FA Cup tie? You've kind of started to think probably not. Katie McCabe, though, finds Caitlin Ford, who's been brilliant today, but unfortunately, she's not. Oh, good play actually from Katarina Cool's just come on, battled well, won the ball well. Leah Williamson there in the centre midfield, tried to play the ball inside over on that far side, looking for the run of Victoria Palova. But again, Neve Charles, who's done all right in the second half, seeing as she's been on a yellow card under a bit of pressure. Chelsea coming forward again. Are they going to get that third goal? I mean, that would really be rubbing salt into the wounds, wouldn't it? You know, we don't deserve to be 2-0 down, let alone 3. But anyway, Millie Bright now in possession. Plays the ball to this near side to Carter. Plays it up the line. But again, Arsenal are in quickly to win the ball back. Good play there from Frida Martin. I'm sure she was fouled there. The referee says no. Erin Cuthbert, it was. That ball's played up this near side. Katie McCabe just gets there first. In fact, Sam Kerr was offside anyway. And it's going to be a free kick to Arsenal in the last 5 minutes of normal time. Are we going to see some late drama or not? My guess is probably not, but you never know. Perhaps we might do. Don't forget, give us a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. We are close to 1,500. It'd be nice to get there today, wouldn't it? Cheer us up. Come on. We're having to see Arsenal get knocked out of the FA Cup. They've given player of the match to Kankovic for Chelsea. Yeah, okay, that makes sense, doesn't it? Don't give it to Caitlin Ford, who's been the best player on the pitch. Give it to Kankovic instead. Okay, fair enough. Anyway, Lotta Ruben-Moy has just cut that ball out there. Leah Williamson's dropped into midfield since Lotta's come on, actually. But anyway, not that it's going to make a lot of difference now, I don't think, to the result of this game. You don't imagine with 4 minutes of normal time to play. Arsenal, will we get at least a goal back that we deserve something from this game? But you don't imagine we're going to get it. Lotta Ruben-Moy plays the ball up that far side. Not a great ball. Chelsea clear it away. Now Victoria Palova having a little run. Good play from her. But Frida Marnham couldn't keep hold of the ball. But again, Arsenal have won it back. That's nice play again from Frida Marnham. She's had a good game as well, actually. Frida Marnham plays it out to Caitlin Ford inside at the Chelsea penalty. Plays it back to Katie McCabe. Katie McCabe thought about a cross. Finds Kim Little, gets it back. Katie McCabe. Again, Arsenal play a nice football. Leah Williams have a shot from distance. But again, it's comfortable for the goalkeeper. And that's another attack come to nothing for Arsenal. Steve says there, I'm sure Arsenal coach would love to have his best 11. Of course he would. Every coach would love to have their best 11. Terry says we should have played Leah up front after the way she finished her last 2 goals for England in the week. Well, maybe, but judging by that shot she just had there, maybe not. But anyway, Robert says, I'm always shocked to see the amount of space there is. Our players need to make the runs while on the ball. No one to do those runs like last season. The whole team worked every single space. Yeah, there's been a transition this season. Obviously, not having Beth and Viv has made a massive difference as well. I mean, we were playing pretty well at the start of the season, weren't we? We started the season well, and it's certainly gone off the rails. And those injuries have got to be a reason for it. There's no question. Anyway, it's a throw to Chelsea now as we're coming down to the last few minutes of this FA Cup tie. An FA Cup tie that looks as though it's going to see the end of Arsenal's run for another year. Disappointment on the face there of Jonas. I'm sure he's not disappointed with the performance that we've produced today because we have played really, really good stuff. But obviously, it's the disappointing result when you lose in the cup, isn't it? When you lose any game, but especially in the cup, because that's it. But if we can take anything from this game, one, it's got to be that first half performance in particular, and secondly, we are playing Chelsea next week in the cup final, and if Andreas is right, and he says it plenty of times, the same team doesn't win both matches when you play a team back to back. And if that's the case, then we will win the cup next week. And as we mentioned on the show on Friday, we would ultimately next week is actually a cup at stake. Even if we won today and gone through, there's still another 3 games to play in the FA Cup before we win the trophy. So we've got a big chance next week to win a trophy. We've shown that Chelsea can be got at. We've shown that we can beat them. We just need to be more clinical when we get those chances. And if we do that next week, who knows? Maybe we can we can finally beat Chelsea and win a cup. Anyway, Arsenal are coming forward now. Getting a goal now would be a nice way to finish this game, even if ultimately it might not matter as we're into the final minute of the 90. Katarina Cole's come on and actually looking pretty good. That's a decent ball over to that far side. Noel Moritz is going to get there. She needs a bit of help. She's got help from Victoria Palova. Another one of our January signings, going to be a very good player for us. There's no doubt about that. Rafaela Souza now comes forward, plays the ball up this near side for Katie McCabe. Plays it infield. Kim Little's inside the penalty area. Kim Little, are we going to finally get a goal? Another good save from Katarina Berger. If anything, maybe she deserves player of the match. When she's not rolling around pretending to be injured, she is a very good goalkeeper still. She's made 4 or 5 good saves today, and that's made a difference for Chelsea. There's no doubt. Arsenal coming forward again. Victoria Palova with a cross, cleared away by Eriksson. Kim Little it was with that brilliant run just a moment ago. And still Arsenal can't score. Katie McCabe dinks across in there looking for Frida Marnham, headed away by Eriksson. And it's going to be a free kick to Arsenal. Leah Williamson coming there. Sam Kerr didn't agree with that decision. But Leah Williamson's smiling at least. But it's going to be a free kick to Arsenal. Robert says there, you know, you can actually win a game no matter how poor a team sheet is just by operating those spaces. That's exactly what Chelsea did. Yeah, but Chelsea have got a very good team as well, haven't they? Robert says there that Chelsea keeper's kept them in the game. Yes, she has. And I think she probably deserves player of the match. You know, I know she does waste a lot of time, but she is a great goalkeeper. And she has made at least 4, maybe 5 good saves today. She definitely deserves player of the match. Anyway, we've got a free kick. It's going to be 5 minutes of stoppage time. So who knows? If we score this free kick, who knows? It's going to be Katie McCabe and Frida Marnham over this. Katie McCabe can definitely score from here with this free kick. This could be a moment here. If Arsenal score this free kick, 5 minutes of stoppage time to play, who knows? Will there be some real drama here? I remember a game recently when Chelsea conceded 2 late goals. Frida Marnham's free kick, it's over the top. That's it. That is our chance gone. That needed to go in. Frida Marnham, it was over the wall. It went, but it went over the top as well. Maybe Katie McCabe should have hit that with her left foot. A little bit too close in, a little bit further back. We may have been able to do it. Steve says there, the Chelsea keeper can turn her back, eat a burger, and we still can't score. No, she's made some good saves today, though, you have to say. Terry says, good save again, agree, keeper should have got player of the match. Yeah, but to give the Chelsea goalkeeper player of the match would be giving Arsenal credit for the chances that we had. They're not going to do that, are they? So they want to give it to a Chelsea player just to try and pretend Chelsea have played well when they haven't. Yeah, anyway. The 2 players of the match for me were Caitlin Ford and Anna Catherine Berger. But anyway, not to worry. What do I know? Anyway, Chelsea picks up possession again. Terry says, go on, Katie, rip that now. Unfortunately, she didn't take it in the end. Maybe she should have done. We've now got 3 minutes of stoppage time remaining. Arsenal are going out of the FA Cup this afternoon. And mixed feelings in a way. It's been a decent performance from Arsenal, but we've lost and out of the cup, which is always disappointing. You know, a competition that we've won more than anybody else. Always disappointing to go out of the FA Cup. But I think we can take some positives from this going into that final next week against this same opposition. If we play like we did in that first half next week, surely Chelsea won't be able to be as lucky again. Surely some of them chances will go in and it will be a different game. And let's face it, we would rather win next week and lift the cup than just progress through in this competition. Yes, we wanted to win them both. But if we can't win them both, then let's win that second one. And that seems to be what we're going to have to do now. We shall see. Anyway, Arsenal are going to finish this game in possession. Rafaela Souza, as we have been for most of the second half. Emanuela says, come onto the finals, come on you Blues. Well, yeah, you're in the final next week, but I think we can win next week. I'm convinced we can. But we shall see what happens. Erin Cuthbert now in possession for Chelsea. We've played 3.5 minutes of the 5 stoppage time. We are just on the countdown now to the end of this game. And the foul there from Noel Moritz over on that far side. She's probably going to get a yellow card for that. And she does get a yellow card for that, fair enough. She pulled her back, no question about that. WSL Comp says there are no guarantees that Arsenal will win the cup, though. Emma Hayes is a serial winner when it comes to trophies. She is. They lost the final last year to Man City, didn't they? So there's no reason why we can't win if we play like we did today. No, but you're absolutely right. There's no guarantee. And I'm certainly not taking it for granted that we will win. I think we've got a chance. And I think today's given me hope that we have got a chance. And maybe winning today, if Arsenal had won today, it might have decreased their chances next week, because Chelsea don't lose 2 big games like this, do they, in a row? So, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Next week is a different game. Every game's a different game, and it Chelsea with a free kick into the box. Arsenal don't really clear it away, and Sam Kerr is in possession inside the penalty area. They certainly don't deserve another goal there. She's going to go over to the corner flag, is she, Sam Kerr? She tries to, but Arsenal won a goal kick. We're into the final 30 seconds of stoppage time. It's not going to make any difference now, is it, really? Robert says, they're on a positive. That is the difference here. We are strong on the ball. Their keeper saved them from annihilation. Exactly, yeah. But their keeper's done well. You think, that, how many saves has our keeper had to make? Well, none, really. The 2 goals, that's it. WHL says, it can go both ways, given that Arsenal don't have serial finish. I thought, no, you're right, of course it can go both ways. But we've got a chance next week. And I think today we've proven that we have a chance next week. And we are coming forward now. This might be our last chance for a goal. Freedom Arnhem it is, and again it's another save from Catherine Berger, and there goes a full-time whistle. That is the end of this game. Or is it a full-time whistle? I'm not quite sure actually now. I thought it was a full-time whistle went there anyway. There's another shot there for Arsenal from Freedom Arnhem. Again, it was too close to the goalkeeper. In fact, the full-time whistle hasn't gone. I thought the whistle had gone. It hasn't. Berger is just going to clear this ball away. Robert said, anyone know when Viv and Beth are back? Not till next season, mate, I'm afraid. And there does go the final whistle. It has finished here at Kings Meadow. Chelsea women 2, Arsenal 0. Mixed feelings about the game because we played well. Certainly in that first half, we created 4 or 5 really good chances. We should have scored at least one of them. We conceded a goal with pretty much the only shot on target Chelsea had. Second half, we played well, dominated possession. Didn't really have too many big chances in the second half. One little mistake cost us. Sam Kerr scored the second goal, and Chelsea have gone through. And that's what Chelsea do. That's why they win the trophies that they do. But next week's a different game. You know, there's every chance that we've shown today we can compete with Chelsea, and we can. Steve says there they aren't on top, meaning Chelsea. No. City are 3rd. Yeah, they are. Yeah, Arsenal are 4th in the league actually, but. Yeah, disappointed with the result today. There's no doubt about that. Steve says, in the women, I think City or United will win the title. Well, I don't know. I still think Chelsea will. But we'll see. All I hope now is that we win the Continental Cup next week. Jonas gets his first trophy. We can be celebrating a cup final victory. And hopefully we can go on then and finish in the top 3 in the WSL and make progress in the Champions League. Who knows? Who knows? But we played well today, but not quite good enough to beat this Chelsea team. And it takes something special to beat these, doesn't it? Steve says there they score 5 or 6 a game like Arsenal did when we scored 7-9-0, now 0. Yeah, but the league's different now. You don't get so many 7 and 9-0s anymore, dear. The league's more competitive. Andrea says there one competition less to play for. And if we don't start scoring pretty soon, we'll miss out on everything this season. Yeah. You're right. I mean, you don't score goals, you don't win games. Robert says, I would hate to try and count the amount of chances we had of scoring. Like you said, if it's the keeper's player of the match, I hope we don't. Yeah, no. It's not man of the match, is it? It's player of the match in the women's game. Excuse me. I'll tell you how many shots we had. Hundreds. Let's have a look if I can find how many shots we had in that game. We had several, didn't we? 20 shots. Here we go. Listen to this, right? These are the stats from the game, right? Arsenal had 57% possession, Chelsea 43%. I thought it was maybe a bit more than that. Arsenal had 20 shots. Chelsea had 7. Arsenal had 11 on target. Chelsea had 3. That's the difference right there. 11 shots on target to Chelsea's 3. And they scored 2 goals and we scored none. 11 shots on target out of 20 efforts. So, you know, that's a lot of chances. We've created a lot of chances. We had 7 corners to Chelsea's 3. We dominated that game. We're the better team, but the better team doesn't always win. And that's the way it's worked out today. But if we have 20 chances next week, if we have 11 shots on target next week, we win that Continental Cup. I'm telling you right now. We definitely do. Nico Gabin says they're Chelsea. Yeah, they're well played, Chelsea. You know, they do what they're good at what they do. And yeah, but I'm going to say that again. Arsenal had 20 shots in this game against Chelsea, who are, as people have said, the best team in the world. Somebody said 20 shots we had against them, you know, 11 on target. Now, yes, a lot of those shots on target, 5 or 6, 7 of them were straight at the goalkeeper. But even so, we still had those shots at goal. Chelsea had 3 shots on 3 corners, 3 shots on target and 3 corners. So you can't tell me Arsenal didn't deserve more from that game than we got. The problem's quite clear. Defensively, we're okay. Midfield, we're okay. We're creating chances. It's just in that final third, we're just not taking the chances. That's it. And if we put that right next week, if we score two, if we get 11 shots on target next week, we score 2 goals, we win the cup next week. 100%, definitely do. Terry says, so disappointed. The girls played well. And looking at Emma Hayes' face, she doesn't look happy with the team performance. Well, that's the second time this season we've played Chelsea and we've dominated them, and yet we haven't managed to beat them. How does that work? How honestly does that work? Robert says, so if chances and stats were more important than goals, we won. Well, exactly, yeah. Let's settle for that, shall we? I mean, that is incredible. I still actually can't believe that. I'm looking at them stats there. 20 shots, 11 on target. Amazing. Steve says 10-2. Well, we should have won that 10-2, yeah, but we didn't, do we? Andrea said if Chelsea had 11 shots on target, they would have scored 7 or 8 goals. Yeah, possibly would have done. Looking at that, they had 3 on target, scored 2. I don't remember the other one they had, actually. But anyway, Robert says, we are like a toothless lion. Yeah, we do seem to be. And it's so frustrating. And that game today was really frustrating. I don't think I've ever seen a game where we've had that many shots at goal against Chelsea, against a team of that quality. It just doesn't happen, does it? But it did today. And we didn't take any of them. So the upshot of it is Arsenal out of the FA Cup. It has finished Chelsea 2, Arsenal 0. A goal in each half. Sophie Ingle, after 21 minutes, with the first one just after Stina Blackstenius missed a great chance to put Arsenal in front. We had loads of chances after that as well. Let's be honest, several chances to make it 1-1 before the break. Katarina Berger made 2 great saves, actually, from Katie McCabe and Caitlin Ford. Second half, Arsenal dominated possession. Didn't really have as many clear-cut chances. We had some shots at goal, mostly from distance. And Chelsea got a second goal early in that second half. Sam Kerr, again, a little bit of a mistake from Arsenal. One mistake, ball played through the space. Sam Kerr got in the box and tucked it away to make it 2-0. And we huffed and puffed after that. We had a lot of possession, but Chelsea were quite happy at that point. They probably knew we wasn't going to score 2 goals. And yeah, we're at the cup. We're at 1 cup. But we do have a cup final next week to look forward to. Yes, it's against Chelsea, which isn't ideal. But they won't be happy, will they? They won't be happy as good to see Beth and Millie Bright there having a little chat there after the game, which is good to see. Obviously, 2 great friends from the Lionesses. But yeah, I think Millie Bright would know that if Beth had been fit today, it could have been a different story. Robert says, I missed that City game we lost. I was in shock for a week. Yeah, I mean, it was a terrible performance. Well, the first half against City was terrible. And we played a lot better today, you know, and the Manchester City game, the performance was poor. And you have to bounce back, and we did today. The performance today was exceptional, especially that first half. And to come away with nothing is so frustrating and disappointing, isn't it? But that's the way it is, unfortunately, when you don't take your chances. Andreas says, okay, that's it for today. I'll be out now. Thanks for all your nice talk, Richard, for live commentary. Let's hope for a better ending next week. Indeed, let's hope for a much better ending next week. I'm convinced, mate, if we play as well as we did today next week, we'll win. We're not going to play that well again and lose. We're not going to do it. We're not. The only way Chelsea win next week is if they play much better than they did today and we drop our level. Steve says, yes, next week I'd rather hold cup free. Exactly, yeah, I'd rather hold the cup next week. And yes, we did mention that on Friday's show, didn't we? You know, which game would you rather lose? out of the two, we'd rather lose this one. Of course we would, because the other one's a final. You don't want to lose a final, do you? This is the 5th round. You know, lots of games to play before the final. So, but yeah, disappointing today. We're out, and if we win next week, will we care too much? Probably not. I don't think so. Terry says, take care, Andrea. See you next Friday. Indeed. Steve says 3-1. They lost. They can be beaten. Of course, they can be beaten. They can definitely be beaten. Colonel's in the chat here. My friend, he says that was upsetting, but need to be better next week. Don't think we can say we was good. To be fair, if we say we're good and we go and lose week in, week out, it becomes question. Well, no, you're right. I mean, I thought we played well today. We did play well today. There's no question we played well. But yeah, we've got to start turning good performances into wins. And we need to start next week because it's a cup final and we have to win because it's the first trophy for Jonas. It will be the first trophy for this group of players. And yeah, it has to be won next week. But let's see. You know, I'm sure if we play like we did today next week, I'm sure we won't lose again. I just don't think we will. But let's see what happens. The difference there was that they took their chances and we had all them chances and didn't take any of them, did we? So there you go. Robert says, see you, Rich, next game. Let's turn those chances to balls in the net. Have a great week, everyone. Indeed, and yourself, mate. Have a really good week. Hope you enjoy whatever you're up to. So, yes, it has been disappointing today. There's no doubt about that. But please give us a like because that will cheer us up. And if you are new here, you haven't really seen what we do before. We do cover the women and the men. So please consider subscribing to the channel because we're very, very close to 1,500, or we were at the start of the show. Let's just have a look. I'm not quite sure where we are with it now. I've been obviously watching the game and all that kind of stuff, which has been it's been a good game to watch. But unfortunately, whenever you lose, you end up going away feeling quite disappointed with life, don't you? Because that's the way football is, isn't it? Unfortunately. But anyway, let's see what happens next week. Next week will be better. We'll win next week. Don't you worry. We will definitely win next week. So I have no fear about that. But yeah, it was disappointing today in the end. It finished Chelsea women 2, Arsenal 0. A first half goal from Sophie Ingle, a second half goal from Sam Kerr. And yes, that unfortunately is our FA Cup run over for another year. But we've got a cup final next week. We're going to bounce back. Colonel says, let's hope Newcastle cheer us up and beat Man U. Indeed, let's hope they do. Be watching that game very, very shortly. Robert says they're beating Chelsea next week. Will prove a point about this game. Yeah, it will. Terry, so I'm disappointed for the girls. I don't feel they let us down. They tried their best and we fell short. No, exactly. I'm not. I can't feel bad. They definitely let us down. They played a great game. But unfortunately against Chelsea, sometimes playing a good game isn't enough always to win, is it? You just need to have that little bit extra that Chelsea managed to have today, and we didn't. So, but yeah, it's disappointing, isn't it? But as I say, it is. It's over and done with now. We're out of the FA Cup. Let's focus all our attentions on next Sunday. Let's go out there against this Chelsea team and let's put that ball in the net and let's beat them. And if we do that, then there's absolutely make up for this result today, won't it? Because we played well enough today, and I'm convinced if we play as we did today next week, we'll win. Chelsea won't beat us again if we play like we did there. Absolutely not. So anyway, that's that then. It is disappointing that we're out. Of course it is. You know, we're a bit upset about it. We're disappointed. We're frustrated. But we move on. We've got a cup final next week to focus on. And let's go out there and win that and show Chelsea that we can beat them in a big game. And that will make up for this, won't it? So don't forget, give us a like before we go. Really, really much appreciate that if you can. If you've enjoyed it, obviously, it would have been better if we'd won. Of course it would. But it wasn't to be. But next week will be different. Next week will be better. We'll be back. You wait and see. We'll win that cup final next week and we'll all be happy. Steve says there, she is player easily. She is player easy, no question. I don't know what he's referring to there, but anyway, doesn't matter. We'll be back next week. We'll win the game next week. Don't forget, coming up on the channel tomorrow, it's the Arsenal review show. We'll be looking back at the win yesterday against Leicester for the men. Good performance. Looking ahead to 2 big games this week: Everton on Wednesday, Bournemouth on Saturday. All that's coming up tomorrow with the guys at 8 o'clock. Join us for that. On Tuesday, it is the Melvin's back, Highbury, the Highbury Memories, Highbury Matters show, looking back on 1990 to 1992. So that is going to be great. So please join Melvin for that on Tuesday. Wednesday, of course, it's a watch along. Arsenal against Everton. It is a 7:15 kickoff. I'll be live at 7:30 for that one. So join us for that. Thursday, hopefully Steve and Adam will be back for the Social Extra show. Friday, we got the women's show, Women's Weekly, looking back on this game, looking ahead to the cup final special on Friday. And then, of course, next weekend, Saturday, Arsenal v Bournemouth watch along. Sunday, Arsenal v Chelsea Women Continental Cup final watch along. Loads and loads of stuff. I mean, what more can you want on the channel? It's free to watch. It's free to subscribe. You get all this great content. We do everything on here. We'll cover everything for you. So if you're a fan that you might enjoy all that, please subscribe to the channel. Please give us a like as well. I'll see you tomorrow night for the review. Very disappointing today in the end. It did finish Chelsea Women 2, Arsenal 0. Good performance from Arsenal, let's be honest, it was. I am now going to go and watch the Carabao Cup final. Newcastle against Man U. Let's hope Newcastle can cheer us up a little bit. We don't want Man U winning any more trophies, do we? Let's be honest. So I'm going to go and watch that game now and enjoy that. And I'll see you tomorrow night for the review. We'll be back with the women's stuff on Friday. Of course, big cup final next week. Enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys. I know not a lot left now. Enjoy the Carabao Cup final if you're watching it. Have a good Sunday evening, and I'll see you tomorrow. And if not, I'll see you soon enough, I'm sure. And don't forget, like and subscribe. Come on, you guys. Disappointed today. We'll be back next week. We'll win. We'll win this cup next week. You watch. This time next week, we'll be lifting up a cup and we'll be celebrating a great day for the Arsenal women, won't we? Let's see. Take it easy, guys. Thanks for watching. I will see you very soon. And well done, Chelsea, today. But next week, we are coming for revenge and we will get you. Terry says, Richard, have a great rest of your weekend. And I'll see you tomorrow night. Everyone else in the chat. Yeah, indeed, mate. We'll see you tomorrow. Take it easy, my friend. Take it easy, everybody. I will see you tomorrow. Enjoy your Sunday evening. And yes, next week, well done, Chelsea, today. But next week, we're coming for you. We're going to beat you next week. Don't you worry about that. We'll see you soon. Take it easy, guys. Thanks for watching. So Arsenal now free to Marnham again inside the area looking for a second goal. Oh, she's got a second goal. That seals it. Free to Marnham again.